There's the light. They're racing. Zeditave began quickly with Kingston Heritage. They were the first two to get going. Poetic is just behind them, and Allure over on the outside from Insolent Pride. They were followed further back towards the rear by So Mighty and Valjean at this stage, and also Silver Gamut. Down to the 700, Kingston Heritage has got the pace. It's led a length to Allure. 3 parts to Zeditave, and neck away getting up on the inside of those horses then is Silver Gamut. They were followed a half length to Poetic, who's going to be wide on the corner, and they've got right away from Valjean. Our boy George, So Mighty and Insolent Pride. Kingston Heritage has given them the slip. On the turn, Willits dashes it away 2 lengths in front. These favourites aren't travelling so well. Kingston Heritage shot 2 in front, and coming after it is Silver Gamut's going to be the danger. And now Zeditive's getting going on the outside. Zeditive coming at them quickly has raced up now to Kingston Heritage. The Caulfield horses are fighting it out with Zeditave doing better. Now Poetic starting to gain ground too late, and Zeditave's won at a length and a half to Poetic. Kingston Heritage third, Allure fourth. They're followed by Silver Gamut, a good run behind them. Next is Valjean.
120 and 65, 2 Poetic 70, 1 Kingston Heritage 75, Cornelis.
Courier Bay, apart from his close second to Alinda when conceding her 9 kilograms, had been almost unstoppable. Here he tries for back-to-back wins in the Reims.
Squire Grey in front, 200 to go, but Courier Bay's coming after it. They're followed by Alinda's Only Battling, and further back to Tall Dwarf and Sir Stacey, but Courier Bay is big weight and all. He's a champion sprinter, this bloke. He's came clear now from Squire Grey and Alinda and Sir Stacey. Courier Bay bolted in.
Had been almost unstoppable. Here he tries for back-to-back wins in the Reims.
Squire Grey in front, 200 to go, but Courier Bay's coming after it. They're followed by Alinda's Only Battling, and further back to Tall Dwarf and Sir Stacey, but Courier Bay is big weight and all. He's a champion sprinter, this bloke. He's came clear now from Squire Grey and Alinda and Sir Stacey. Courier Bay bolted in.
Despite the late rush of Sir Stacey, who would succeed at Group 1 level in the Easter Handicap, this Reims was a one-horse race. As rider David Walsh said later, pure magic.
At the moment anyway for race 5, the William Reid Stakes at 3 o'clock. Campaign King 2.15 and 1.35, King Phoenix 7.75 and $1.80. Beau Rogue 3.15 and $1, Military Plume $1.80 and 65, Raveneau 9.65 and $1.85. Groucho $1.80 and 65, exactly the same quote as Military.
For the William Reid, the light goes on. They're racing. Caught them beautifully. Groucho away quickly over on the inside as one of the early leaders. Bahrain's the only one to drop out of it in the early stages of the race. Beau Rogue's gone up the Groucho and settling down. Military Plume would be third. Bahrain's pushing up along the inside from Northern Copy. Raveneau, Wonder Campaign King and a half King Phoenix. Beau Rogue in front of the 800 corner, led a length to Groucho on the inside. A half Military Plume, Wonder Raveneau, Northern Copy, Wonder Bahrain, a half Campaign King, 1.5 King Phoenix. Up towards the 600, Beau Rogue's out 2.5 lengths to Groucho, Wonder Military Plume, Northern Copy, Raveneau, Campaign King with its ears scrubbed off from King Phoenix, Bahrain. Beau Rogue at the 450, 2.5 lengths to Groucho, Wonder Military Plume, Northern Copy, then Campaign King, King Phoenix, and next Raveneau on the corner, 400 out. Beau Rogue 2 lengths to Groucho, Military Plume hard ridden, putting in its claim. The leader's got them all off the bit, then King Phoenix, Campaign King. Beau Rogue led into the straight, Military Plume and Groucho wobbled round the corner, and then Campaign King. Beau Rogue in front, Military Plume's getting in from Groucho, and then Campaign King. Beau Rogue won't give in, got a big heart, he's still in front, he's going to win. Beau Rogue scores a half length to Military Plume. Beau Rogue led into the straight, Military Plume and Groucho wobbled round the corner, and then Campaign King. Beau Rogue in front, Military Plume's getting in from Groucho, and then Campaign King. Beau Rogue won't give in, got a big heart, he's still in front, he's going to win. Beau Rogue scores a half length to Military Plume. Nearly a dead heat, Groucho and Campaign King for third, 4 lengths away Phoenix, followed by Northern Copy, Raveneau, and last home Bahrain. Oh boy, a big heart this fellow, he's gone like the wind. They've run 19.9, which equals the race record held by Toy Show. Number 4 is second, Military Plume, M. Clark. Photo for third. Not a breath in this between Campaign King on the outside and Groucho the rails. They've hit it absolutely together. He's small. All he's done is go fast all his life, and he went fast today. Had them all off the bit, and they looked like getting him. Groucho and Military. So 199. 23.9 for the first 400 and then 46 for the last 800. So it's no wonder they couldn't give him a start and catch him and beat him home when they're running that speed.
4 Military Plume, 80 cents. 6 Groucho paid 70. Quinella, $5.
The light. They stand racing. They've jumped away in a pretty good even line. Lise Traho, one of the first out, actually. Devil's Dare away well. Flotilla got away all right. He's not anxious to go fast on it. Earl to the outside, and back behind it in last placing is Beau Zam. Flotilla let go, has again tried to put Devil's Dare in a pocket, but the rider of Devil's Dare come out and it's swept to the lead with Flotilla. They've shot away. 500 to go. Lise Traho's gone. 3 or 4 lengths away. Third, Count Comaram out. Tiffany Blazing Talent. On the corner, Flotilla's about a half length in front, and he's got a double grip on it here. Devil Dare is second, then 2 lengths Count Comaram running on, and further back in the field then is our Tiffany, but Flotilla has careered away on the turn, shot about 4 lengths in front into the straight. Count Comaram into second place from Devil's Dare and then Seratino, but Flotilla handicapping certainty, long odds on, has won in a trot, going to pay 75 cents on the tote. Flotilla has won by 8 lengths to Count Comaram. Devil's Dare, I think, has just lasted for third from Seratino. Oh, it's a nice bit of stuff, that. Flotilla. It's won by about 8 lengths, and they've run 135.4. 135.4. Naturally enough a race record. They've clipped the second off the race record time. And they're only 1 second outside the course record, as a matter of fact, held by Tierra Wrist. Flotilla, a 3-year-old with 55.5, trained by Jack Denham at Rose Hill, ridden by Brent Thompson, and it has...
And 60 cents for the place. Number 7, Count Comaram, $1 in
Line on. There they go. And a pretty fair start, so out wide on the track, Sensation jump away brilliantly. Faithful Thought quickly into stride. Impazira going very fast in the early part. They get her on the swing, under 600 a run in the Oaks. And the leader now on the inside, Telbon Miss, joined by Jubilee Echo, the bookies hope. In behind those then, coming at them is Toy's Daughter. Round the outside, Bianco Flyer. Sensation hard ridden, followed then by Impazira, held up for run. She's into the clear now. And further back then, Fire Twig, Faithful Thought can't get a run. Out wide a Lady Shibboleth, Sister Shirley, Tilbon Miss, grabbed by Bianco Flower, but Impazira has claimed them all. Class might prevail. She's dashed away, Impazira. She's ducked back to the rail, but Class will prevail. She's too good. Impazira is going to put a space on them. She'll win by 2.5. Fire Twig, Bianco Flower, maybe third from the stablemate Camilla. Edge of Darkness about 4th or 5th. Then
65 cents for the place. 5 Fire Twig, $1.70. 1.
They're settling in the stalls. The light is on. Ready, racing. I caught them as one. Beautiful start. Beau Rogue is one of the first to get going when they settle down from Roman Artist. Groucho, Military Plume on the rails, 4th from Luther's Luck, Beau Trist, then Northern Copy, Drought, and last of all, King Phoenix. Beau Rogue at the 1200 broke away and led 2 lengths to Roman Artist, settling second. He's not going to take him on. 1.5 lengths Military Plume, a half to Groucho, 2.5 further back Beau Trist, and then Luther's Luck, Northern Copy. 3 further back King Phoenix, and a half further back in last placing is Drought. About to come down the hill. Beau Rogue in front at the 850. Will he let him go down the hill? Small has a good grip. He's about 2.5 lengths clear. Roman Artist is second, and then 1 length Military Plume being ridden along hands and heels. A half to Groucho, who's travelled smoothly. 2 further back, Beau Trist, Luther's Luck, and then Drought, Northern Copy, King Phoenix. 600 out. He's held on to Beau Rogue, who led 1.5 lengths to 2 lengths to Roman Artist on the corner. 1 to Groucho, who's travelled pretty sweetly, and then Military Plume. 3 lengths away then came around the outside, King Phoenix. He goes now on the leader as they turn for home. Beau Rogue shot 4 in front. Groucho and Military Plume together second, followed then by King Phoenix under the whip. He's gone for the whip on Beau Rogue, but they're not making any ground on him. 200 to go. Beau Rogue's got it. 1, he's walked in. Vic Rail's got this horse fit. Beau Rogue's now 6 in front of King Phoenix, running up the second with Groucho and then Military Plume. Beau Rogue's won by 5 lengths to King Phoenix. Goes now on the leader as they turn for home. Beau Rogue shot 4 in front. Groucho and Military Plume together second, followed then by King Phoenix under the whip. He's gone for the whip on Beau Rogue, but they're not making any ground on him. 200 to go. Beau Rogue's got it. 1, he's walked in. Vic Rail's got this horse fit. Beau Rogue's now 6 in front of King Phoenix, running up the second with Groucho and then Military Plume. Beau Rogue's won by 5 lengths to King Phoenix. 1 length away third, Groucho. 1 to Military Plume fourth. Then Luther's Luck. Next is Drought. They were followed by Beau. Well, he looked determined as though he was going to get out and gallop, and boy, he has galloped. Beau Rogue, he's won by a street. The winning margin probably about standing these two. And Beau Rogue's to pay 170 the win and 65 the place. Second, number 1 King Phoenix to pay $1.70, and third, number 6 Groucho to pay
80 cents.
Light, they're racing now. And Alvaquero jumped all right. Testimony began well. Proven Valor was away nicely. So is Rancho Ruler, but one of the leaders. Stable Gossip behind it. And now Watchman is last. They swing for home. And Rancho Ruler led about 3 lengths into the straight. Raced right away now from Testimony and then Proven Valor, followed by Park Express and then Stable Gossip running on. Rancho Ruler's a mile in front of the 200, about 6 lengths in front. In second placing is Testimony, Proven Valor and Park Express, but this is going to win by a street. The biggest win of the day. Rancho Ruler's 8 lengths in front near the line and ridden out hands and heels. Rancho Ruler won by 8 lengths. Testimony kept going, might have just lasted to run second. Very close for third between Serendipity and Stable Gossip. Rancho Ruler, he's run a bit of time too, 57.6. 57.6, number 7, Rancho Ruler. G. Willets first. The judges call for a photo finish.
Now the light on, ready racing, and they appear to jump an almost perfect line. Blazing Sword began very well near the inside. He beat Kingston Heritage out. Record Dash was away fast. Bosley and Justin behind them. Vitalik and Attaf all showing speed, and Impresique showing to Dodger. Mr. Imperious behind them. Marabou's Phantom. Vitalik's about 2 lengths off the lead. Royal Pardon out wider from Bosley and Marsol, Cole, Diesel, our boy George. Farmer George well out of it, a Midi Tornado. 400 out Kingston Heritage, about a half. Impresique. Blazing Sword needs a bit of luck. He's struggling a bit at the moment. Attaf out wide with Vitalik and running on Bosley and Royal Pardon. Kingston Heritage in front, coming at it, Vitalik, Blazing Sword, not in the event, and then Brooklyn Dodger, but Vitalik's burst away from them now from Kingston Heritage. Brooklyn Dodger running on late, but Vitalik, this is a big run from a Blue Diamond point of view, wins 3 lengths from Kingston Heritage. Brooklyn Dodger, then in Prazik. Blazing Sword at Taft behind anything, and that includes the Blue Diamond and the Golden Slipper. 155 and 65. Kingston Heritage 345. Brooklyn Dodge stamp on the autumn. Flotilla demonstrated just how well he'd come back with a 6-length win in the Bicentennial Stakes at Moonee Valley. His Australian Guineas confrontation with Sky Chase promised much, and they delivered. Flotilla's into $1.05 from $1.35, so he really has been the one. And Spacecraft spec at $11.65 to $11.30, but Flotilla's the one. He's very solid. Sky Chase has got out to 2-1 on the tote. He's slightly better than that with the books. Lygon Arms out to $5.50. Havelock's Pride's been quite a drifter to $4.35, and the top filly Tennessee Vane out to $3.85. So they're the shortness. Starter looks at them. Flotilla a hot favourite. Light on racing, and they jumped in a good line. Havelock's Pride last as they settle. Spacecraft to lead. Lygon Arms, Flotilla third. Tennessee Vane, Sky Chase, and Havelock's Pride in on Pride. Spacecraft going boldly at the 900, led by 5 lengths. Lygon Arms doing the chasing. 3 to Flotilla. Sky Chase moved up on his outside. A half Tennessee Vane and 1 to Havelock's Pride. Spacecraft with this big lead at the 700. Lygon Arms given a crack with the whip, and Sky Chase has got past Flotilla and kicked away about a length in front of him. 1 to Tennessee Vane and 3 lengths away last. Havelock's Pride into the straight. Spacecraft led. Sky Chase moved up second from Lygon Arms. Flotilla's under pressure. 4th, 2 to Tennessee Vane and Havelock's Pride. Spacecraft still 2 in front. Harry looked around on Sky Chase. Flotilla under the whip. Further back Tennessee Vane, Havelock's Pride. Spacecraft's got a good lead at the distance. Now Sky Chase and Flotilla come out after him. Spacecraft a half in front. Sky Chase and Flotilla go to him. White hands and heels. He goes for the whip as Flotilla comes at Sky Chase. Flotilla's over the top of Sky Chase to win. Flotilla wins from
500 to go. From Sky Chase and Lygon Arms by 4 lengths. Flotilla is struggling, couldn't win. Then came Tennessee Vane, Havelock's Pride, with 300 to go. Spacecraft still the leader. Sky Chase in second place. Flotilla's answering the whip now. Spacecraft clear, however, from Sky Chase. Flotilla under the whip, trying hard. Sky Chase has got to the leader. Flotilla, it might beat them yet. Sky Chase has taken the lead. Flotilla wearing them down. All throwing everything at it. It's going to win. Oh, Kingston Town.
The memorable wins of
4 lengths. Flotilla is struggling, couldn't win. Then came Tennessee Vane, Havelock's Pride, with 300 to go. Spacecraft still the leader. Sky Chase in second place. Flotilla's answering the whip now. Spacecraft clear, however, from Sky Chase. Flotilla under the whip, trying hard. Sky Chase has got to the leader. Flotilla, it might beat them yet. Sky Chase has taken the lead. Flotilla wearing them down. All throwing everything at it. It's going to win. Oh, Kingston.
70, Sky Chase 85, no third for Spacecraft, Quinella 140, Trifecta 8.
The memorable wins of True Version and Military Plume in the first 2 editions of the Cadbury Australian Guineas were a tough act to follow. But with some talented help, the Blandford Park bred Flotilla kept...
All Spades will come in alongside a Special. Jet Fighter in 1, Campaign King 2. There's All Spades coming up. And they're set. Racing. And they jumped the right, All Spades, not the best away, you wouldn't expect it. Snippets began fast, Campaign King beaten for speed. Rancho Ruler, Christmas Tree and Snippets, the three-year-olds in front early. Special going fast, Ever Ready couldn't quite go with them early. Taroa Boy Redelva's also beaten for speed. Sky Faloo back last on settling down, and Taj Quillo up near the leaders, and just behind them Jet Fighter. Going up towards the 700, Rancho Ruler and Taj Quillo together. A length and a half to Snippets, Christmas Tree, Special. Behind them, Jet Fighter, Redelva, Campaign King. Then Ever Ready 2 to Taroa Boy, Sky Faloo and All Spades. Rancho Ruler at the 300, Taj Quillo, Special trotted up to them with Snippets in the centre. Behind them would have been Campaign King, and here's Ever Ready. Snippets tackled by Special on the outside, Redelva and Ever Ready. Special's taken the lead and burst away from Snippets, Rancho Ruler and Campaign King, and Special has won. Snippets second, they've broken the record. Redelva third, then Campaign King behind them, Ever Ready. Next home would have been Rancho Ruler, with them Jet Fighter, Christmas Trees.
Autumn Sprint Treble. First, the Lightning.
With about 400 to go, Snippets eased up on the outside and has quickly grabbed them, with Special coming at them. Christmas Tree trying to get through, can't, and then Campaign King, but Special has gone to the lead with Snippets with 100 to go. Special's doing better, drew a length and a half clear, and it's a bit of a boil over. Special's drawing away and has won it easily. A length and a half to Snippets.
Taj Quillo. I don't believe the time. It's 55.5.
That's a whole second, Bruce. I don't think we expected to see it broken by that much. They have absolutely flown down the straight.
That's the fastest any horse has ever run 1,000 metres at this famous track. It is a magnificent performance, and I don't think a horse in Australasia, or certainly not in Australia, has ever run 1,055.5. It must be the fastest 1,000 metres ever run in Australia.
I would think so, Bruce, but I know we've had some fast times, but that is absolutely outstanding. And the little mare Special, she's always been a wonderful filly. She's a gutsy little filly, and she absolutely went to the line with her ears pricked and full of running.
Snippets 70, Redelva 110, Quinella 715, Trifecta 100. Mistakes, Cossack Warrior drawn the rails, Zeditave next to it. Light on, racing. Beau Rogue bounced out first, I reckon. Drought a bit slow. Cossack Warrior back with Ardronito. Beau Rogue straight to the front. Imprimatur is inside out. Draw King of Brooklyn, Bonamy, Dandy Andy, 2 to King Phoenix, Zeditave, Ardronito. A half length further back then to Cossack Warrior and Drought. Beau Rogue's away at the 1200. 5 lengths Imprimatur, and Smalls letting him run today. A length King of Brooklyn, Warrior and 2 to Drought. Well, at the 1,000, Beau Rogue must be 8 lengths in front of Imprimatur, 2 to King of Brooklyn. A length and a half out draw, Bonamy next, 2 to Dandy Andy, 1 to King Phoenix, scrubbed off Zeditave the inside. Ardronito outside, Cossack Warrior and still Drought last. Beau Rogue 8 in front at the 500, and he looks to be going all right. Second Imprimatur, 2 to King of Brooklyn. Bonamy's travelling nicely fourth, giving the leader 10 lengths. Around the outside, King Phoenix further back on the field to Dandy Andy, Drought hooked out, and Cossack Warrior. Beau Rogue at the 400, led by 6 lengths. In second placing, Bonamy. Then Imprimatur, 2 to King Phoenix, Drought out deep, and Cossack Warrior. Beau Rogue with a big lead, he's 5 in front. Bonamy given a crack with a whip. A length away, King Phoenix and Drought, but Beau Rogue still 6 in front of Bonamy. King Phoenix and Cossack Warrior. But this is a mighty horse from Queensland. Beau Rogue's 8 lengths in front of Bonamy and King Phoenix. And have a look at Cyril Small, hands and heels as he hits the line and breaks a record. 134 for Beau Rogue. Bonamy, Cossack Warrior and King Phoenix. Then Drought behind those.
His Blamey rivals fared no better 7 days later.
Oh, Cyril had a peep over the shoulder and said, "Where are you, fellas?" Beau Rogue, he's still 6 in front. He rides him along now. He's got it 1. What an exciting horse this is. Beau Rogue's 6 lengths in front of Bonamy, King Phoenix and Cossack Warrior. Beau Rogue has won by 7 lengths. Bonamy second.
Blamey rivals fared no better 7 days later.
Oh, Cyril had a peep over the shoulder and said, "Where are you, fellas?" Beau Rogue, he's still 6 in front. He rides him along now. He's got it 1. What an exciting horse this is. Beau Rogue's 6 lengths in front of Bonamy, King Phoenix and Cossack Warrior. Beau Rogue has won by 7 lengths. Bonamy second.
Australia's great milers have assaulted the Flemington record in vain for almost 50 years, until Beau Rogue's historic win.
Well, what a horse he is, Keith.
Great horse, great ride, and a great call, Bruce. You put the drama into that as we watched it unfold. Beau Rogue, the real champion, winning in record time.
Oh, what a day we've had, Keith, with Special and Flotilla, and now I reckon the daddy of them all topping it off.
It's a day that promised.
In the previous race, Beau Rogue 70 and 55, Bonamy 80, Cossack Warrior 160, Quinella 130, Talac in the Australian Cup. So this is Bonecrusher, first up for 10 months. Some people thought he'd never race again. It was over a mile. Wingatui Dunedin. Rob Fielder's the caller, and I can tell you that he gets pretty excited, and why not? Here's Bonecrusher.
Chookarook's third on the inside. Bonecrusher racing on its own next and fourth place in. 1 length away to Taciturn, improving quickly with Cairo Heights, Slick Million the rail, followed then by San Vito at the head of the others with Blimey, and dropped out Mr. Winks and Kiss Me Kate. Compact field, 8 lengths covering the lot of them as it heads up for home, and Night Invader's the leader, now being joined by Rubinsky, and here comes Bonecrusher at them down the outside with 250 go. Rubinsky in front and Bonecrusher coming at him quickly down the outside. These two, they've slipped away from 6 million, and Bonecrusher, Rubinsky not giving in on the inside. He's got half a length on Bonecrusher. Rubinsky's going to, oh, it's very, very close. They go to the line. Yes, you beauty. He's just made it by a whisker.
And he just got there, Bonecrusher, winning from Rubinsky in that race worth $30,000 over 1,600 metres. Let's take a break. So we've seen Bonecrusher. I wonder if he's good enough to beat Beau Rogue.
Gold deck. They've gone about
racing at Caulfield in the first event.
The hill, and Lapsang has gone to the lead. A length to Mr. Impertinent, half a length to Orthall, 2 lengths to Parslip on the deck. 4 lengths covered them with 700 to go now, and Orthall has gone to the lead. Lapsang collapsed quickly. Grenovia's moved up to Orthall. Lots of eyes still off the track. Parslip moving up on the inside to third. Then out wider, Carlisle Ben making a run. Mr. Impertinent, Rosedale, Gold deck, and Lapsang drops out, but Orthall the leader and is travelling well with 400 to go on the corner. A half-length Grenovia. Parslip pulled to the outside under the whip is starting to run on from Carlisle Ben. Rosedale struggling, but Orthall's given them the slip. It's raced away. Oh, it's put a big space in them. 4 lengths in front into the straight from Parslip, running on gamely, and then Carlisle Ben, and next is Rosedale. Orthall is going to win it very easily. In no danger of defeat. Parslip second, then Gold deck running on well, but Orthall has won by 5 or 6 lengths. Second placing to Parslip, close for third. Gold deck got third just in front of Rosedale, Carlisle Ben. Then lots of eyes.
A very easy win there to number 2, Orthall, paying $1.75 and 70 cents the plate.
They stand, the lights on, they're racing. Snippets away first, with getting away nicely to Rancho Ruler, and also the prize fighter near the rear. Snippets on the rails at the 600. Half a length to In Wonderland, 3 deep on the outside of those horses there. There's one going around them, which is the prize fighter. A length to Lonely Dreamer and Rancho Ruler. They were followed by Daring John, Groucho, and then Elshin Farrar making a bit of ground, about 5 off the lead. Cook's got a big hold on Snippets round the corner, about a half length clear of In Wonderland. On the outside of them, the prize fighter Rancho Ruler is out wide. Groucho getting through. He lets Snippets go. It's shot 2 in front of In Wonderland and Rancho Ruler at the 300, although he's getting to work on it now. Then Daring John, Elshin Farrar. It's Snippets the leader from Rancho Ruler, 200 to go, holding it by about a half length, and Snippets is going to win. Snippets drawing away again near the line, wins a length and a quarter to Rancho Ruler. 4 lengths away third, In Wonderland, then Daring John, Groucho, Elshin Farrar, Caledonian Boy. Good gap to Mr. Cheap, followed by Indeed I Do.
To Snippets, number 5, paying 90 cents for the win and 65 cents to place. Incidentally, he did break the track record there. He ran 1.28. Second going to Rancho.
The duck at 9 to 1. Johnny Boy at sea's been a super horse, but he's now 6-year-old, and it's getting a little harder to turn back these young invaders.
Thanks, Ken. I didn't know the duck is now coming up to her spot, and that will leave At Sea, who'll be the last into line, and they'll be set for the Group 2 Expressway Stakes. 1,200 metres the journey, and the starter coming out. C completes the line, and they're all set and ready to go. Starter's on his stand. Off and running, Magic Gleam is one of the first out. Mother Duck began brilliantly, and so did Dream Faith. At Sea is fast into stride. Follow Wrist, and Maya Card is last, about 10 lengths off the lead. Mother Duck is well clear at the 600 mark, led by about 4 lengths on Prince Anton, followed by Dream Faith. On the fence then is Targliss from Lunch on Sunday as they come to the corner. At Sea makes the turn 3 and 4 deep, and then Omnicorp, who's flat to the boards, followed by Magic Gleam and General Reserve. Into the straight, Mother Duck is well clear. Prince Anton the first to go. go out after her, and then Dream Faith and At Sea, followed by Lunch on Sunday. Mother Duck is coming back to them, about to be gobbled up by At Sea and Prince Anton. At Sea on the outside, headed Prince Anton, who's fighting back strongly, and charging home late is Omnicorp, but At Sea too good and the old boys too classy. At Sea came away to beat Prince Anton with Omnicorp a great third. Close up then Lunch on Sunday, Maya Card, who was flying home in the last bit, and then Shinakima, Tierra Rest and At Sea is going to pay 90 and 65. Congratulations to Theo Green watching at Petersham Hospital. I bet you feel better now, boss. You'll be doing handsprings around that ward. Now, second will be
Light. Racing. They've jumped away on a pretty good line. Century Judge quickly dropped out to last. Mr. Dynamite and Sky Chase together. Sky Chase has gone to the lead. Spacecraft being held up now in the centre and Flotilla the outside. Here's a change at the 1600 and Sky Chase is in front. Now Flotilla's going up to take him on the outside. Spacecraft just in between them. 2 lengths, Mr. Dynamite, Lygon Arms and Last Century Judge. Flotilla the leader, and they're crawling up to the 1400. It's a little over a length to Sky Chase, and Parade over the hill at the 1200. Flotilla pulling the boy out of the saddle, a length in front. Second Spacecraft, a half to Sky Chase on the inside. Outside at a half-length Lygon Arms, 1 to Mr. Dynamite and 1 to Century Judge as they commence to go down the hill at the 1000. They've taken nearly a minute for the first 800. The leader Flotilla a bit more pace, a length and a half Spacecraft, 3 parts Sky Chase the rails. Lygon Arms is moving up on the outside, a length to Mr. Dynamite and Century Judge the outside. Flotilla led past the 800, a half length to Spacecraft. Sky Chase on the inside, waiting for the run. Here's Century Judge coming 4 deep at the 600. Still no pace on. They're going a little bit now. And Flotilla's last is Sky Chase, but only 2 off the lead and under double wraps. It's Spacecraft heading off Flotilla on the corner. Lygon Arms wide, Mr. Dynamite. Sky Chase looking for a run as they enter the straight. Spacecraft shot away from Flotilla. On the outside, Lygon Arms. Sky Chase in the middle. Flotilla got knocked over. And the leader is on the inside still is Spacecraft. Sky Chase, he's run into a pocket on it. Mr. Dynamite the outside with Lygon Arms. Mr. Dynamite's going to get up and win. Mr. Dynamite has won. Lygon Arms second. Spacecraft third. Flotilla fourth. Sky Chase went where there was no room, and last was Century Judge. Unbelievable Caulfield Autumn Classic. And unbelievable is not a word that I use lightly. Time for the race, 1:55. At 7 seconds outside the record. Farcical. Bordering on disgraceful, the running of the Caulfield Autumn Classic. Apparently the order was there that nothing was to lead, and so the jockeys acted to the instructions. Flotilla eventually went to the lead, but it was beaten before the home turn. Sky Chase, the other one sharing favouritism, they're nearly even money each of the two. It's dropped out to last. Ordinary. The winner, Mr. Dynamite by Best Western from Honey Queen, trained by Bob Hoisted at Epsom, ridden by Robert Heffernan. And it should pay $12.50 the win, $2.35 a place. Lygon Arms, $2.25. No third for Spacecraft. The crowd lets go. It's a Winfield Cup reception, and let's get on with the next.
All right, Bill.
The winner?
Well, I think that says it all out there at Caulfield. Certainly one of the most amazing races that I've ever seen. 5-4.
The Hang 10 Blue Diamond is one of the most sought-after prizes on the calendar for young horses. The 1988 running boasted the unbeaten Zeditave in the pink and white colours from Barrier 4, and one further out, Vitalic, in Bergen.
It's going to be a tremendous field for the 5th event on the card at Caulfield today. Zeditave 195 and 125 for the place at present. Vitalic 155 and 80. Kingston Heritage 2190 and 370. Startling Lass 2750 and 645. Sober Dancer number 11 and 13. Scarlet Bisque on 275 and $1.05. Or
the racing. Zeditave has bounced out in front on the inside. Vitalic a bit slow to get going. And Scarlet Bisque going quickly to head them all off where they settle down. Pray for Colleen is up there with them too. And then came through on the inside. Startling Lass going into a handy position. And Zeditave is Stone Motherless Last settling down. Going down to the 800, Scarlet Bisque a length to Pride of Colleen, Pray for Colleen, Startling Lass, Zeditave, Rich Habit out wide, Nenyatara. Then Forget Me, followed behind them Almerta Jazz, and then Pride of Ingenue, who's well back. Back with it all, also on the outside. Zeditave taken away from the rails now. Kingston Heritage is back with that lot, and Sober Dancer last on the corner. And the leader here over on the inside is Scarlet Bisque with Pray for Colleen and King's Eye going up to make a line of 3. Zeditave's travelled well behind them from starting last. Nanyatara starting to run on. Zeditave's looking for a run and has got it. Vitalik about 6 starting to run on. He hasn't let Zeditave go yet. At the 200, and Zeditave has cantered up to Pray for Colleen. Vitalik getting out, starting to run home from Nanyatara. He goes for home on Zeditave. He's quickly got it won. Zeditave going to win the Blue Diamond. Battle for the Miners. Vitalik a mighty run for second. Mighty run for second. A nose in front of starting last. Zeditave's looking for a run and has got it. Vitalik about 6 starting to run on. He hasn't let Zeditave go yet. At the 200, and Zeditave has cantered up to Pray for Colleen. Vitalik getting out, starting to run home from Nanyatara. He goes for home on Zeditave. He's quickly got it won. Zeditave going to win the Blue Diamond. Battle for the Miners. Vitalik a mighty run for second. Mighty run for second. A nose in front of starting last. Then Nanyatara. It was followed by Pray for Colleen, Sober Dancer. Behind them is Tired Badly. Then Kingston Heritage, Pride of Ingenue, Murder Jazz. Then Rich Habit back near the tail.
Sticks. And there they come back to scale. Zeditave, Greg Hall, the winner of the race. 5 starts now for 5 wins. But
$119.85, running double $8.55. Now they're...
The Blue Diamond result saw Zeditave head to Sydney with an...
Before the St George Stakes, Colin Hayes announced he would use Dowie as a pacemaker to assist Cossack Warrior to match Vogue's brilliance. The controversial but legitimate ploy resulted in another track record.
That is basically halving its odds, because it was 5 to 2 on at 70 cents. It is now 5 to 1 on at 60 cents. 103,000.
Lights on. Dandy Andy a bit toey. They're racing. Cossack Warrior last to get going. Vogue and Dowie have bounced out together in front from King of Brooklyn, Dandy Andy, and 2 to Cossack Warrior. Dowie just in front of Vogue. Heading up to the 600, Dowie in front, a half length to Vogue. They've gone out 4 lengths to King of Brooklyn, 1 to Dandy Andy, and a half to Cossack Warrior. Dowie's going to lead Vogue up the hill about a half length. He's small's got a good hold on Vogue. About 4 lengths to King, and they're not going all that fast. He's taken a big hold of Dowie, and Vogue's run up to it on the outside. 3 lengths to King of Brooklyn, a length and a half Dandy Andy, and a half length Cossack Warrior the fence. At the 1,000 down the hill, Dowie led about a neck to a half length to Vogue. 3 or 4 lengths King of Brooklyn, 1 to Cossack Warrior getting up on the inside of King of Brooklyn, and 1.5 to Dandy Andy. Dowie and Vogue together at the 800. They're 2 lengths to Cossack Warrior out after them as Vogue takes the lead, and about 8 lengths away King of Brooklyn, Dandy Andy. Vogue's in front, the champ from Queensland, 2 lengths in front of the 600. Cossack Warrior's gone up second. You can forget the others. Dowie's third, and a long gap King of Brooklyn and Dandy Andy. Round the turn, 400 out, Vogue, 1 length Cossack Warrior. 3 lengths away came Dowie. Cossack Warrior challenging Vogue. Small had a look over the shoulder. Not far to look because Cossack Warrior's at his girth. They're both under the whip. Vogue's in front. He's holding Cossack Warrior at bay. And Vogue's going to do it again. You can't beat him no matter what you do. Vogue comes away. Wins by 2.5 lengths. Cossack Warrior. 3 lengths on the line. Cossack Warrior. 3 lengths away came Dowie. Cossack Warrior challenging Vogue. Small had a look over the shoulder. Not far to look because Cossack Warrior's at his girth. They're both under the whip. Vogue's in front. He's holding Cossack Warrior at bay. And Vogue's going to do it again. You can't beat him no matter what you do. Vogue comes away. Wins by 2.5 lengths. Cossack Warrior. 3 lengths on the line. 8 lengths away third, King of Brooklyn. 2 lengths away then Dandy Andy, and 15 lengths away last is Dowie. Fast early. Vogue has broken the record by 1.5 seconds. Vogue has registered 147.3. The previous record was 148.8. Well, what can you say? He's a great horse. Whipped around the stablemate Dowie to tackle the Vogue. Was within about a half length of it when they straightened. But Vogue knuckled down. He's won by about 3 lengths on the line, and he's broken the record by 1.5 seconds. Cossack Warrior, great in running second, and the rest were a mile away. 8 lengths, the King of Brooklyn third. Oh, he's a great horse. And there will, of course, be a presentation now. It wasn't listed, but
because he's broken the record, the VATC will be making a presentation to the connections of Beau Rogue. Well, as he comes back to scale.
Now, Bonecrusher coming up in New Zealand at 10 minutes to 2, and that is the big race over there, the Air New Zealand Stakes, and we'll take a look at the approximate totes now, and I would imagine Bonecrusher would be a pretty warm favourite. In fact, he is on $1.15 for the win.
Perfect start. Field Dancer bounced out, random chance, heading to the lead on Deriana, kicked up on the inside with Lord Sutax and Golden King. The 3-year-old might head them all off. He's raced up 3 wide. Rationale is going with it. Bonecrusher dropped back last as they left the straight. Then Precocious Lad and Stewart quite happy to be last on the outside of it with Bonecrusher only 6 lengths off the pace. They race to the turn 550 metres out. Lord Sutax, Rationale the 2. Tribel's poised behind the leaders, then followed by Golden Kings, who are well buried. On the inside of it, Deriana, Bonecrusher still last into the straight, and 350 to go, and it's Lord Sutax pounced on by Tribel, Rationale, Deriana, Horlicks looking for Reims, so too Bonecrusher threading it through way through also with Golden King. Down the outside, sounds like fun at the 200. Deriana sounds like fun, swamping them. Here comes Bonecrusher now. Deriana sounds like fun. Bonecrusher stretching out after them, and Horlicks right through on the inside. Sounds like fun. Bonecrusher, and Bonecrusher got
the Crusher had
Horlicks looking for Reims, so too Bonecrusher threading it through way through also with Golden King. Down the outside, sounds like fun at the 200. Deriana sounds like fun, swamping them. Here comes Bonecrusher now. Deriana sounds like fun. Bonecrusher stretching out after them, and Horlicks right through on the inside. Sounds like fun. Bonecrusher, and there. Photos. Horlicks second. Sounds like fun. Deriana the next one home. He's a champion. Followed home.
Well, it's took him an absolute week to get there, but he got there. And it's taken
trouble before Bonecrusher come along. But then again, as Bonecrusher went past him, you can...
Big red race. Away pretty well, and so was Star Watch and Full On By. And settling down, it's Star Watch just in front. Eager Ninja hunting up on the inside to be second, and third Relentless, followed by Full On By, and on the rails Cold Victory over Camarga, Pleasant Moment. Molokai Prince, hard ridden, making no ground. Tatwood second last, and Luskin Court brings up the rear. 400 to go, and Dittman allows Star Watch more rain. And this good-looking son of Bletchingley quickly swept away from the early leader Eager Ninja. The New Zealand colt made the bend awkwardly over third of Greenback, and then Pleasant Moment, but Star Watch kicked away at the 200, and he's an explosive type of horse. He's going to win this by a minute. It's Star Watch about 5 lengths clear, running on his Pleasant Moment, followed by Eager Ninja, but Star Watch 4 out of 4, and how good is he? Eased up, wins with his ears pricked. Star Watch from Pleasant Moment. Third up on the inside, Eager Ninja, followed by on the outside, Greenback, Full On by Relentless, Cold Victory. Then
I think we may have seen the Golden Slipper winner there. Look at this colt. He really is something exceptional, and Dittman has really sat right up there on the horse, going to the post to win it by a very comfortable, or approximately 4 lengths. The Quinella, $8.35, and a trifecta of $147.85. All here, Campaign King number 1, $2 the win, 80 a place. 2 King Phoenix at $4, $9.60 and $1.95. Number 5 Beau Rogue, opening on the tote, $1.20 and $1.05 the place. What an amazing dividend, $1.20 and $1.05. $11.70 the place, $2.60. And number 9 Rancho Ruler, a stablemate to Black Charleston Rancho Ruler. Number 9 at $2.95 and $70 for the place.
Lights on, racing. Jumped away in a good even line. King Phoenix out to the rear early. Cameronic just in front as they settle down from Campaign King. Rancho Rulers up there too, and Beau Rogue and El Vaquero up in the leading bunch from Aberidi, Caledonian Boy, King Phoenix and Globetrotter. Beau Rogue's gone to the lead. He wasn't anxious to get there, but he's now taken over as they start to come down the hill. A length and a half Cameronic, a half away Rancho Ruler, a length and a half Campaign King, who's fourth on the rails. Then El Vaquero, a length Caledonian Boy, Aberidi, 3 to King Phoenix, 2.5 away Globetrotter. Going down to the 800 and the leader, Beau Rogue, he's out 3 or 4 lengths in front now. Rancho Ruler and Cameronic together, a length El Vaquero, a half then to Campaign King on the inside. Then Caledonian Boy going forward from Aberidi, 1 to King Phoenix and 2 to Globetrotter. 600 out on Beau Rogue by 3 lengths. Rancho Ruler's out after him now, followed then by Cameronic, that they're all off the bit. Then Caledonian Boy, Campaign King, a length and a half away, needs a run from El Vaquero and King Phoenix. Round the turn, Beau Rogue led by 2.5 lengths. Rancho Ruler second, Campaign King's got out. On the outside of them, further back, Cameronic and Caledonian Boy. Beau Rogue's only a length in front. Campaign King out after him at the 200 is tackling him. He's gone for the whip on Beau Rogue. Campaign King's got to his girth. Beau Rogue just in front. Campaign King trying. The bow in front. He's done it again.
Another in
Phoenix. Round the turn, Beau Rogue led by 2.5 lengths. Rancho Ruler second. Campaign King's got out. On the outside of them, further back, Cameronic and Caledonian Boy. Beau Rogue's only a length in front. Campaign King out after him at the 200 is tackling him. He's gone for the whip on Beau Rogue. Campaign King's got to his girth. Beau Rogue jumped in front. Campaign King trying. The bow in front. He's done it again. Beau Rogue by a head to Campaign King. 3 lengths to Rancho Ruler third. 4 lengths King Phoenix, Caledonian Boy. They're followed further. Number 5, Beau Rogue is the winner. Number 5, Beau Rogue, C Small first. And he's broken the record, ladies and gentlemen. Beau Rogue has run 1:22.2, which has taken 0.2 of a second from the record previously held by Galleon. Second placing to number 1, Campaign King. Ah, great race. Great horse, Beau Rogue. Looked as though they'd got him again, but he fought back Cyril Small. What a great horse. 75 cents a win, 65 a place. Campaign King's paid 65, and Rancho Ruler 85. They're the should pays. And the crowd letting go with this wonderful reception for this great horse. They've really taken him to their hearts. He's such an exciting horse. There are 2 horses that excite you tremendously. One that leads all the way and shows heart, another that comes from the tail. And this fellow, he's got a heart as big as himself. Beau Rogue, the winner of the Futurity in record time.
Set to take Bonecrusher on next Monday week in the big one, the Australian Cup at Flemington.
In race 7. Now they're just about ready to run here in the Sedge & Hoe Stakes, a group winner. And the overall purse, $250,000, and they're racing. And they'll soon be coming into our clear view, and as they do, Imprimatur leads the way, about a length or so on Wong. Third posse is Bonamy, then comes ostensible Beau Zam, then Rajamar. Further back is Hunter Strout, and bringing up the rear, the Brotherhood. No change onto the next bend at the 1,000 in the Sedge & Hoe Stakes, and Imprimatur coming back to Wong leads him a little more than a length. 2.5 away next is Bonamy, a similar gap. Then on the outside, Colour Page from ostensible Leona. Myocard making ground to Montfort, trying to pocket Marshall on Beau Zam, and does so. A length the Rajamar, the Brotherhood, Hunter and Drought is last of all as they come down the side. Along past the 700 metres, and Imprimatur again quickening up, nearly 2 lengths Wong. In third place Bonamy, 1 further back ostensible Colour Page, and then comes Myocard. Beau Zam hopelessly snookered from Hunter, and then Rajamar and the Brotherhood, and last is Drought, homeward bound. And Imprimatur a length and a half on Wong. Bonamy the outside, ostensible the fence. Oh, he's got out on Beau Zam. Myocard's going backwards at this stage as they come down to the 200 metres. Here is Beau Zam in full flight, and Beau Zam in one fell swoop, shot away from Wong. Ostensible Bonamy, Myocard and Imprimatur, but Beau Zam, he's a mile too good. Beau Zam racing away from Bonamy, Myocard getting going when it's all over, but Beau Zam wins by a big space from Bonamy. Third Myocard got warmed up when it was...
And a very special mare in the Super Mile Newmarket, Australasia's Premier Sprint.
Starter looks at them, light on, racing, and they jumped in a good line in Wonderland. One of the last out, beginning fast, Special, Princely Heart, Rancho Ruler. There's a line of about 10 early. Snippets and Redelva going up fast early. My Arctic Wolf just in behind them with Franklin Drive, Jetfighter and Courier Bay. Redelva led on, settling down. He's trying to get off the fence on Special. Princely Heart second, and Snippets, who's facing the breeze, 3 off the fence. Rancho Ruler, Special, Taj Quillo. Then My Arctic Wolf, Mouton in Wonderland, Franklin Drive, Jetfighter and Courier Bay. At the 600, Redelva led about a half to Snippets. Cook trying to nurse him. On the fence, Princely Heart, Special, boxed up. Rancho Ruler, it's outside. Taj Quillo, My Arctic Wolf, Mouton. In Wonderland, Jetfighter out wide at Courier Bay and Franklin Drive. At the 400, Snippets, Redelva together. Rancho Ruler coming at them. Special trying to get out from Princely Heart and Franklin Drive out wide. Rancho Ruler, Snippets and Special gets the run with Franklin Drive at the distance. Special goes through with Rancho Ruler. She's taken the lead. Franklin Drive running on well, but Special in front. Franklin Drive, the stablemate at Rancho Ruler. And Michael Clark wins his first Newmarket on Special. Second, Franklin Drive, Hayes Quinella. Third, Rancho Ruler, My Arctic Wolf running on. Snippets fifth. Jetfighter, Moot.
Red Elva led at the 400, a Nectar Snippets, Rancho Ruler the outside, Princely Heart, Special going well, nowhere to go at the moment from My Arctic Wolf. Now Snippets has taken the lead, Red Elva's gone from Rancho Ruler, Special's getting out, Snippets in front, Rancho Ruler, Franklin Drive, and now Special's got up on the fence. Special's hit the front in the Newmarket, drawing away from Rancho Ruler and Franklin Drive, and Special's coming away to win it well by 1 length, the stablemate.
5 and 95, Special.
Special's great win saw her duplicate Maybe Mahal's Lightning Newmarket double 10 years.
Wait for the light racing. And you can see that Lord Melbourne was a bit slow and Lord Chevalier, they both missed a start, and Brooklyn Dodger slow to begin. Vitalik got away reasonably well. Noble Cossack given a crack with the whip. Noble Cossack moved up and joined it. On the outside, Bayonet Charge, and then came Jack and Dandy and Sober Dancer. Vitalik, G. Cook's gone down to the rails on it. Aspect Order's got it in a pocket. Blazing Sword and Pray for Colleen. Sober Dancer got away. Vitalik into the clear now. Blazing Sword, Pray for Colleen, and Lord Melbourne running on strongly. Vitalik with a big job to do. Sober Dancer in front of Blazing Sword. Pray for Colleen. Vitalik flying. Blazing Sword in front. Vitalik still gets up. Cook goes through. It would have been something, Lick, but it wins. Nearly a dead heat second. Blazing Sword and Nostril in front of Pray for Colleen. Then Sober Dancer, Lord Melbourne and Brooklyn Charger. Then behind, when you're in doubt, 60, Blazing Sword 140, Pray for Colleen 170, Quinella 4.
Soon after his 2 homeland wins, Bonecrusher arrived in Melbourne in a blaze of publicity to take on Beau Rogue. While waiting for Bonecrusher, Beau Rogue was tearing course records apart in an unprecedented rampage. Bonecrusher's magic and monumental clashes with Al Waverley Star in the Cox Plate and at Tallack in the Australian Cup the previous season saw Australians respond to the bicentenary Australian Cup like no other horse race.
Drawn 1. They're just about set. Light on, racing. Crowd roar. Cossack Warrior back last. Bonecrusher away reasonably well. Stewart's going to kick up and make Beau Rogue work early. Beau Rogue straight to the front. Bonecrusher or Thullaway well. Then Bahrain, King of Brooklyn, Island Spy, 2 to Dandy Andy and Cossack Warrior. Well, the Beau's in front as we expected as they go up to the King of Brooklyn and 1 length away Dandy Andy. Now he races away, Beau Rogue, at the 1400. This is the way he's been doing it in all his big wins. He's out 6 lengths to Bonecrusher. Orthal on his outside, 1.5 lengths Bahrain. A 1/2 length away Island Spy, 1 to Cossack Warrior the rail. A 1/2 King of Brooklyn and 2 lengths away Dandy Andy. They've gone past the 1200 and he's run 47 seconds, Beau Rogue, so he's fairly flying in front. Led 6 lengths Orthal and Bonecrusher together, he's 2 dangers. 3 to Bahrain, 1 to Island Spy, 1 length away Cossack Warrior. 1 to Dandy Andy and ahead King of Brooklyn. 800 to go in the Cup. Beau Rogue 4 in front. He's starting to ask Bonecrusher, Orthal the outside. Bahrain's already under pressure. Island Spy's under the whip and so's Cossack Warrior. 2 to Dandy Andy as the crowd roar and 3 to King of Brooklyn. Beau Rogue, has he gone out too hard? Small gave him a crack with the whip. He's 4 lengths in front into the straight. Bonecrusher's under the whip. Then Orthal, Bahrain. Beau Rogue's got an almighty lead. Then Cossack Warrior and Dandy Andy. 300 to go. They're not going to get this superstar. Beau Rogue's about 8 lengths in front of Dandy Andy. Bonecrusher can't get to him in Bahrain. At the distance, Dandy Andy's running on. Beau Rogue's 4 in front. Dandy Andy's getting to him. Beau Rogue's 2 in front. Dandy Andy's flying. He will get him. Here's a boil over in the Cup. Dandy Andy and Brent Tops has got up to beat Beau Rogue. 3rd Bonecrusher. Bahrain. Island Spot. Beau Rogue, has he gone out too hard? Small gave him a crack with the whip. He's 4 lengths in front into the straight. Bonecrusher's under the whip. Then Orthal, Bahrain. Beau Rogue's got an almighty lead. Then Cossack Warrior and Dandy Andy. 300 to go. They're not going to get this superstar. Beau Rogue's about 8 lengths in front of Dandy Andy. Bonecrusher can't get to him in Bahrain. At the distance, Dandy Andy's running on. Beau Rogue's 4 in front. Dandy Andy's getting to him. Beau Rogue's 2 in front. Dandy Andy's flying. He will get him. Here's a boil over in the Cup. Dandy Andy and Brent Tops has got up to beat Beau Rogue. 3rd Bonecrusher. Bahrain. Island Spy, Cossack Warrior, Orthal and King of Brooklyn.
Dandy Andy
who last time, his best run ever, was in the Cox Plate where he ran 4th. But to come along and do that is unbelievable.
Well, Vogue, I said he was home, the super horse, and if I saw it again, I'd say it again, because he was 8 lengths in front. Vogue second. There's Jeff Perry. He might be able to talk to us right now.
Better horse, that's all. On the day, isn't he?
Okay, here's Jeff Perry.
Bad luck, Jeff. No, I don't think bad luck. I think, like, the better horse on the day's won the race. We've run a real good race.
A great run by Beau Zam.
My word it is, yes.
Did you think he was home at the, say, the 300 metres, the 200?
Well, I'd say the 200, yeah. Yeah, I thought he was just about home, yeah. That's right.
He got a great reception from the crowd too when he burst away at the top of the straight.
I don't think he's disappointed the crowd at all.
No, it was a great run. Would you do anything different given the chance again?
Nah, you can't do any more than lead and get run down, mate.
Jeff Perry, who's part owner of Vogue, the principal owner of Vogue, but today it's a Dandy Andy's day. Winner of the 4X Cup, the Easter Cup, 4th in a Cox Plate as a 3-year-old. When Bonecrusher and...
Going to go straight home? Hi? Adhere to your plans and go straight home? No, he's going home, yeah. Spelling, yeah.
Any excuses to all, Vic?
No excuses, no excuses.
Make any difference, do you think?
No, it didn't make any difference. I thought he'd win the race. But we're running a better one on the day.
Brent Thompson, the winning jockey on Dandy Andy. Well, Jim Surkey's been a wonderful trainer, comes from Coleraine, and I guess in all his years, he's never had a moment. Australian Cup. It's not the scoreline everybody expected. 5-4-1, 27.50 and 260, 55, 60. Quinella 31.45, trifecta 1.
Here was one of the greatest and most indestructible characters of the turf, Jim Surkey and his pride and joy. Jim had waited for 76 years for his big moment. It was hard to be disappointed when you saw them in the winner's circle. As he said later, I was hoping. And while you're hoping,
12 months earlier, the Rawson Stakes saw Meyercard upset Our Waverley Star and an off-colour Bonecrusher. This time, with the racer's name changed to the Sedgenho Stakes, Meyercard is one of the older horses who must concede weight to Beau Zam.
Meyercard on the outside of Beau Zam as they near the turn, and then Rajamar, Hunter, the Brotherhood and Drouters last as they come to the corner where Imprimatur again got away from Wong. Imprimatur led by 2 lengths on Wong, Bonomi third, then Ostensible and Colour Page followed by Beau Zam, who's about to get into the clear, and further out is Meyercard as they straighten up 300 metres out, and Imprimatur is tackled by Wong. They're clear of Bonomi. Beau Zam is winding up now, and here he comes, Beau Zam. Beau Zam has raced up on the outside to hit the front, and you can put away the glasses. It's all Beau Zam. He's streaking away in the last bit, and he's going to win by a very big margin. It's a canter for Beau Zam.
At Imprimatur, a length and a half on Wong. Bonomi the outside, Ostensible the fence. Oh, he's got out on Beau Zam. Meyercard's going backwards at this stage as they come down to the 200 metres. Here is Beau Zam in full flight, and Beau Zam in one fell swoop shot away from Wong. Ostensible, Bonomi, Meyercard and Imprimatur, but Beau Zam, he's a mile too good. Beau Zam racing away from Bonomi, Meyercard getting going when it's all over, but Beau Zam wins by a big space from Bonomi. Third Meyercard got warmed up when it was far too late, and then Ostensible, Wong, Hunter.
Has got third, and it's to pay $1 even. Bruce McAvaney, the horse we saw narrowly get beaten in the Caulfield Cup, has returned well and truly to his brilliant best.
Magnificent win, Danny. It was like Meyercard last year, maybe even better. He went straight past Bonomi with 150 to go, and he sprinted away from them. And Bart Cummings is having this fantastic day in Sydney now with 3 winners. John Marshall's ridden 2 of them, Kevin Moses the other. Ostensible and Bonomi, the 2 imported horses, fighting out second until Meyercard comes along very strongly at the end to get third. But Beau Zam now is going to be favourite for the tank.
Bill Collins.
Caught them as one. Cameronic through the head in the air, lost a bit of ground. First out now, Testimony picking up speed from Skyfaloo. Courier Bay's up there today, third. Special settles down fourth. Isoma the outside of Cameronic. Lord Scotia the centre, and 4 wide is Daring John. At the 900, Skyfaloo got through to lead a half to Testimony, 1 to Courier Bay, a neck to Special, 1.5 Cameronic. They were followed by Daring John, 3 deep in the centre. Lord Scotia, 1.5 to Isoma. Round the 700 corner, they're packed right up now, and the leader Skyfaloo under restraint from Testimony. Special Special's about to move out 3 deep. He's not going to get pocketed. Then Courier Bay looking for the run. Daring John, not a lot of pace on Cameronic. Isoma last with Lord Scotia, but only 4 off the lead. 4.50 to go near the turn. Skyfaloo ahead to Testimony, a half to Special, 1.5 Courier Bay. They're sprinting now. They're followed by Daring John, Cameronic, 1.5 to Isoma, Lord Scotia. On the turn, Testimony the outside, and Skyfaloo a half to Special. He hasn't let go yet. Courier Bay looking for the run. Isoma's too far back. Now he's off on Special. Testimony took the lead. Special grabbed it quickly. Courier Bay going for the split in the centre. Special's taken the lead with 100 to go, and she's a great mare. She's going to win. Special down to the line to win by a half length. Smashed the course record to Smithereens, I think. They were followed further back in the field. Second, Testimony. Skyfaloo got up on the inside. Courier Bay might have just beaten it for third, and they're followed by Lord Scotia, Cameronic.
The official dividends race 4 at Moonee Valley, number 8 Special, 85 and 55. 4 Testimony, $1.05. 1 Courier Bay. Flotilla opened up $1.15, but they've come forward in a big way. It's now 85 cents. Carpstad out to $3.35. Mr. Dynamite's been easy, $7.35. Set to go for the $500,000 Alistair Clark Stakes as we go to the Valley and Bill Collins.
Waiting for the light. The field is ready. Round the 800 corner, Flotilla by 2 lengths to Carpstad. A half spacecraft defence from Impazera pulled out now. Here's Lygon Arms making its run from Pontifico, and Mr. Dynamite's out off the fence, and they're followed by Royal Centurion. With 600 to go, Flotilla in front. Hall starting to ride it now. 3 parts of a length. Spacecraft getting up on the fence, and Impazera. Lygon Arms is struggling, and Capstad's gone, and then Mr. Dynamite, but Flotilla's beaten them off. 300 to go. He's kicked a length and a half clear of Impazera, the filly. Spacecraft, and then came at the head of the others, Lygon Arms, Mr. Dynamite. Hall went for the whip, and immediately the leader, Flotilla, found another length. Flotilla moved out 2 lengths to Impazera, Mr. Dynamite, and Flotilla's running for the roses. Flotilla down to the line, leads all the way, wins by 3. Mr. Dynamite second, and neck away Impazera third, then Celtic Spirit, Spacecraft. They're followed by Carpstad, Lygon Arms, Leisure Well.
And the interim dividends, the winner Flotilla, 85 for the win, 60 cents for the place. Second, Mr. Dynamite, $1.40. Third, Impazera, $1.10.
Exactly, Mike, and it's aroused tremendous interest out here at Rose Hill. It's a really parochial contest. 2 great colts, both unbeaten, a total of 9 starts between them. I'm leaning to the Sydney side of Star Watch. Ken, I think you might be leaning the other way, aren't you?
Yes, John, I'm going for the Melbourne horse Zeditave, but it'll be a hell of a race. The punters in the ring, they've preferred Star Watch. He's 7-4 on the tote, 7-4 on, that is, an 80-cent return for 50, which is about his price in the ring. Zeditave is $1.15 for 50 cents, which is about 11 to 8 against, and that's about his price in the ring.
Go Stakes.
Zeditave ahead, Star Watch settling, but Star Watch is now going to lead. Who Done It third and fourth, and Who Done It a length and a quarter. Star Watch, a similar margin third is Zeditave, moving away from Minriga, then Prince Regent, Astrologist, and 3 or 4 to English Echo. It's Who Done It, the New Zealander, a length and a quarter. Star Watch as they commence the run around the bend. Zeditave another length away, third, and pulling out 3 and 4 wide now, and Dittman's going on Star Watch. Straightening up, 300 out, and Star Watch with that explosive burst quickly dashed to the lead from Who Done It. Zeditave on the outside. He's coming at Star Watch now at the 200, and Zeditave doing better than Star Watch. Dittman's gone for the whip on Star Watch. Cassidy on Zeditave, but Zeditave's drawn away. He's nearly a length on Star Watch, and then Astrologist and Prince Regent, but Zeditave maintains his unbeaten record, 6 out of 6. Zeditave has beaten Star Watch, Astrologist and Prince Regent, followed by...
And there it was, and a brilliant victory to Zeditave, number 1, and he is certain now to start favourite in the Golden Slipper next week. Rose Hill, the winner, number 1, Zeditave, paid $1.05 and 55, and what a brilliant win it was. Second number...
At the other day, what did you think?
Yeah, John, that's probably right, but also now with the going in the first few races not seeming to favour horses on the inside, the bookies have taken a huge gamble against High Regard. He's about 5 to 1 in the bookies ring, 3 to 1 on the tote. Sky Chase is odds on with bookies and 5 to 4 on the tote. Ma Wong, another uncomfortable in the going, is at 13 to 2. Don't play Brixton Town. The others are long odds.
William England's Holly Doll Girl. High Regard in front at the 600 mark by a length on Hunter. A neck away, Ma Wong on the outside, and Sky Chase tracks them into the straight, followed by Butterfly Star, Brixton Town under heavy pressure, and then Century Judge midfield as they turn for home, where High Regard just led. Hunter's the first to pounce, though. Hunter going after High Regard, 2 lengths or more to Sky Chase, starting to wind up now, and Sky Chase is coming out after them. Brixton Town running on gamely near the inside. High Regard headed by Hunter. Here comes Sky Chase. Sky Chase Chase coming after Hunter and High Regard. Brixton Town on the inside is battling on doggedly. Sky Chase hit the lead 100 out, and it's the real Sky Chase today as he starts to draw away, relishing the soft ground. And Sky Chase wins the Rosehill Guineas. I think Brixton Town second. Now third, Hunter's in a photo with the fast finishing Mighty Willem. Don't Play and High Regard close up, and then Sensory Judge Prince Lochinvar. Number 2, Sky Chase, John Marshall the winner, to pay $1.05 and 65, 105 and 65. Now, Brixton Town on the inside looks to have run second. Number 9 on the place tote to pay $2.30. But it's a mighty race, Wong. But so too will Campaign King. He's only 1 win short of a 50% winning average. He's won 19 out of 40. A remarkable record. He won the race last year, and he's trying to emulate the deeds of Prince Regoli, Foresight, Emancipation, and the great Manicato in winning this race in back-to-back years, Ken.
That's exactly right, John. He's got a super chance. Even though Wong does like the heavy track, there's a lot of knocks for the inside going here today. Well, you never know. Wong seems to be able to go through anything. I've got my cash on him. I hope he can go through this slash today. Or Malcolm Johnston might even elect to come away from the rail in the home straight. Who knows? That's what makes interesting racing. Number 1, Campaign King, is odds on. They give 6 to 4 early, but the smart punters, knowing the way the track was, knew that there was plenty in his favour. He's at 10 to 9 on. Our Waverley Star at 8.
In the stalls. Jump at any second, line's good and they're off. Our Waverley Star missed it by about 3/4 of a length. The others came out in a nice even line with New Atlantis 800 metres out and Wong led. He's not trying to get too far away from them at the moment. Led by a length or a bit less to New Atlantis, and 1.5 Campaign King on the outside of Prince Anton. 2.5 to our Waverley Star. Paris Beau losing ground, and then Tierra Wrist and Star Sunrise, with Targlis dropping out to be last as they near the corner. Wong's first into the straight in the George Rider, led by more than a length to New Atlantis. Campaign King is about 5 horses out from the rail. Now Pop the Question by Marshall, and then Prince Anton, Tierra Wrist as they come to the 250 where Wong is going strongly. The baldy face of Campaign King is looming into second place now, and he's coming out after the leader. Wong's in front. He's pulled the whip on it as Campaign King charges at him now. Wong still in front. Campaign King has grabbed him, however. Star Sunrise running home strongly, but Campaign King is drawing away to win. 2 George Riders on the trot. Campaign King got there. Star Sunrise wide out in a photo for second with Wong and Prince Anton as close up, and then Tierra Wrist and Targlis, and well back New Atlantis, Paris Beau, and our Waverley Star pulled up with the tail enders. Campaign King has won 2 George Rider stakes in consecutive years. Number 1, Campaign King, John Marshall, to pay 95 and 65 on the TAB. 95 and 65 now.
Angus Armanasco allowed Tennessee Vane to treat Sydney racegoers to her ability on Slipper Day. But watch the run of Savannah City.
The Bolter Sensation is in front, turning for home, tackled now by Savannah City, getting up on the inside of it. Further out, Constant Star, followed by the Cloisters, and then Judy Ann. Savannah City burst to the lead at the 200 mark. She's going strongly now. Tennessee Vane coming out of the ruck, and Constant Star is getting its second wind, and further out, Judy Ann. Tennessee Vane is coming at Savannah City. Tennessee Vane doing best. By golly, she's a great little filly, Tennessee Vane.
Tennessee Vane, she's a mile too good, and defeats Savannah City and beats her comfortably. Third, Constant Star, followed by the Cloisters, Judy Ann, and then Lady Liberty. Further back was Isle.
An event at Rosehill has just been run. Tennessee Vane, brilliant winner, brilliant ride by Greg Hall. 2:31.10. Savannah City 85. Constant Star 8. The Golden Slipper Stakes at 2:20. There's the opening tote call. Race 4, number 1 Zeditave, 105 and 95 cents.
9 to 4. These aren't the tote prices this time, these are the bookies' prices. The big easer is Star Watch. He's out to 6 to 1. Was 7 to 2 overnight, 4 to 1, now out to 6 to 1.
Off and running in the slipper of 88, and Pleasant Moment and Scalata both a little bit slow to move at the start. Scarlet Biss began brilliantly, and she's the early leader over Startling Lass. Star Watch on the extreme outside began quickly. Iga Ninja in a good spot, so is Comely Girl, followed closely by Dalkari. Then Regional Star trapped out very deep with Molokai Prince and Zeditave, 4 and 5 wide as they come through the gap onto the course proper. Further back, Scalata, followed by Full and By, and then at the tail of the field, Iga Ninja just led Startling Lass at the 600 mark. A length and a half to Scarlet Bisque on the outside of Dalkari. A length and a half to Star Watch, who's out deep on the outside of Comely Girl, followed by Scalata, and then Zeditave as they near the turn, and coming right around the outside of the field is Temple Front, who's pushed very wide on the corner. Into the straight, Iga Ninja led over Startling Lass, Scalata on the rail, and then Dalkari, Scarlet Scarlet Bisque, followed by Star Watch, Comely Girl behind a wall of horses, and Zeditave out into the clear now, starting to come home hard. Startling Lass took the lead. Here comes Star Watch. Star Watch is coming at Startling Lass. Comely Girl late on the scene. Star Watch headed Startling Lass close to home. Comely Girl won't pick them up, and Star Watch has won the slipper.
Wins the Golden Slipper from Comely Girl. A T.J. Smith Quinella, Startling Lass third, then Pleasant Moment, Scarlet Bisque. Zeditave followed by Egan Injured Elkari.
Startling Lass. What a win, Bruce.
And what about Larry Olsen, Dan? Won the Melbourne Cup on Kensai. Then
brilliant.
Ran foul, of course, of VRC Stewards. The disqualification was turned around in the appeal. He wins $100,000 today for riding Star Watch. And Mick Dittman, I don't know where Mick is right now, but he'd be feeling just like Jimmy Cassidy was last year when Ron Quinton got on marauding. Mick Dittman has missed out on the $100,000 winning fee for riding Star Watch in today's Golden Slipper. Tommy Smith has won 6 Golden Slippers. It's a wonderful achievement, of course. So that's the Golden Slipper, and as Dan said, it was $4.45 and $1.35 for Star Watch. Comely Girl $1.10, Startling Lass $2.50. So $1 million.
This time last year, when Maya Card was a 3-year-old, he enjoyed the weight advantage that Beau Zam enjoys in 1988. Ken, I know Le Glorieux is one of the best horses in the world. He'll want to be if he's going to beat Beau Zam.
John, I'd love to see the overseas horses make a terrific showing, but it's asking a lot of them. 31 hours in a plane, which has got to affect their condition. Then they've been trained in strange surroundings, and now they've got to come out and beat our best horses. They might be better than us, but they're giving away a lot of start. One of them raced in December, the other 2 in November. So, boy, oh boy, they sure face an uphill task. I don't want to be on them, put it that way. The punters don't want him. 30 Colour Page, another of the imported horses, Highland Chieftain. The punters don't want him. He's 30-1. Cosmic Kingdom is 66-1 on the tote. Maya Card's about 5-1 with bookies, but only 3-1 on the tote. In the Australian Cup, he's at 14-1 on the tote. Le Glorieux, easily the best fancied of the 3 imported horses, is at 8-1. She Might Hula was a scratching. Beau Zam, the local, the one the punters want. He does look the winner. He's only at 85 cents on the tote. Odds of about 6-4 on.
Being held by an attendant, they're off and running in the Tancred International. They came out in a nice even line.
Beau Zam's next mission was the Tancred Stakes, this year boasting international entries for the first time. They were headed by Le Glorieux, a group winner on 3 continents in 1987 under the tutelage of Robert Collet, including the Washington International and the Japan Cup at Group 1 level. Now, just prior to his US success, he ran second in the Man of War Stakes to Theatrical, subsequent winner of the Breeders' Cup Turf.
Who's travelled beautifully from the outset, followed by Vaguely Pleasant. Beau Zam is 1 off the rail now. Colour Page is 3 deep as they come down the side, and then Grosvenor Square, Highland Chieftain, Le Glorieux. Cosmic Kingdom is last of the main bunch, and tailed off is Dandy Andy as they near the turn. 700 metres out, and on the outside, Maya Card has rushed up to head Bonomi. Maya Card takes the lead as they come to the turn. Beau Zam is in hot pursuit, however, and then Colour Page, Grosvenor Square very wide on the home turn, followed by Vaguely Pleasant, and then Highland Chieftain and Le Glorieux with Dandy Andy on the extreme outside. A great race in the straight. Beau Zam sprinted to the lead over Vaguely Pleasant. Maya Card the first beaten. Highland Chieftain is running a bit of a race, followed by Grosvenor Square and Le Glorieux. But here's that acceleration, that famous acceleration as Beau Zam leaves them standing. Beau Zam is racing away 100 metres out, and he's going to win the Tancred International in a canter. What a performance by Beau Zam. He's won by 6 lengths. Beau Zam sprinted to the lead over Vaguely Pleasant. Maya Card the first beaten. Highland Chieftain is running a bit of a race, followed by Grosvenor Square and Le Glorieux. But here's that acceleration, that famous acceleration as Beau Zam leaves them standing. Beau Zam is racing away 100 metres out, and he's going to win the Tancred International in a canter. What a performance by Beau Zam. He's won by 6 lengths. Highland Chieftain did the best of the visitors. He's run second. Now third's close, Grosvenor Square or Vaguely Pleasant and Le Glorieux, and the visiting horses all covered themselves in glory, followed by Dandy Andy. Well back is Maya Card, Colour Page, second the race. Highland Chieftain doing the best of them to run second. Vaguely Pleasant is in a photo for third with Grosvenor Square, and Le Glorieux finished just behind the place getters. So the international horses have all acquitted themselves very, very well indeed, chasing a 3-year-old champion in Beau Zam. Number 10, he'll pay 90 the win, 65.
Horse Le Glorieux finished about 5th. TAB number 8 did finish 5th, so the overseas horses ran 2, 3 and 5. Terrific runs by them, but the best run in the race was by Beau Zam, who's trained by Mr. Bart Cummings. Congratulations, Bart.
Thanks very much, Kenny.
Did you think he could win as easily as he did?
Well, he's very impressive. It was great to win, yeah.
You've trained many champions, Bart. Is this horse a real top liner? How good is he?
Well, he seems to be getting up there. You know, he couldn't be more impressive today, and I think he's one of the nicest three-year-old colts I've trained in my career, and it's a pleasure having to do with him.
Obviously, the AJC Derby is now the immediate goal.
Yeah, he's in the Derby next week.
Yeah, and after the Derby, will he run in the Sydney Cup?
We'll see if he wins the Derby easy today and takes something out of him. Yes, but if he has a hard run, which doesn't look as though he would, but if he did, we can think of it. But the horse comes first, naturally.
From a Derby point of view, you're not worried about that he'd have as hard a run as he's had today? You think he'll back up okay?
I think he won hands and heels today. It was quite an easy run, and I was quite surprised at the way he won. He won very easily.
Congratulations, the 3-year-old Beau Zam. Johnny, you won't be able to get on him in the Derby. He's going to be about 6 to 1 on.
He'll be one of the shortest priced Derby favourites, Ken, since the days of Tulloch and before that Farlap. But he's a great colt, and he's got that brand of acceleration, that incredible acceleration that very few long-distance horses have got. And that makes the difference between the good horse and the champion, and he is indeed a champion. He met the best horses the world could offer on the day.
Magnificent win by Beau Zam. Hot favourite now for the Derby next Saturday. Another $1 million race, 90 and 60.
Beau Zam's superiority was complete, and he was then out to win the Derby that had eluded him in the spring. It is 7 days after the Tancred, and we're at Randwick. The race is Australia's foremost classic, the AJC Derby.
As they turn for home, over the rise and Hunter on the outside, headed Might, but here comes Beau Zam. Beau Zam on the outside has just cruised up to them as they top the rise. He went past them in a single stride, and Beau Zam left them standing. Look at that acceleration once again as he races 4, 5 in front. Brixton Town wide out is running home hard. He's going to get second, but Beau Zam wins the Derby with the head on the chest.
As Australia's
side-headed Might, but here comes Beau Zam. Beau Zam on the outside has just cruised up to them as they top the rise. He went past them in a single stride, and Beau Zam left them standing. Look at that acceleration once again as he races 4, 5 in front. Brixton Town wide out is running home hard. He's going to get second, but Beau Zam wins the Derby with the head on the chest.
As Australia's first $2 million winner, Beau Zam is another remarkable...
JC Doncaster is generally a puzzle, and with the Randwick track affected by rain, the 1988 edition made Rubik's Cube look easy.
Wong is a mile in front on the turn, led by about 5 lengths on Prince Anton. High Regard in third place, and then Swift Cheval, followed by Targlish Balciano. At the head of the others, Sound Horizon starting to thread his way through the field, and Sky Chase has pulled to the extreme outside and is putting in a big run. As they top the rise, Wong is about to be tackled by Prince Anton. Sky Chase down the extreme outside, and Balciano coming through in the centre. Sky Chase on the extreme outside took the lead. Look at Lygon Arms. Lygon Arms coming from second last, and Sound Horizon has burst through in the centre, but Lygon Arms wins the Doncaster.
Lygon Arms, who is a Bletchingley half-brother to Brewery Boy, now at stud in Ireland, had almost caused a major upset 12 months earlier, when the closest of seconds to marauding in the Golden Slipper.
Before Snippets headed off to join Rubiton at Transmedia Park, yes, Mike Willesee bought into Snippets too, Lunchtime's best son had a score to settle with Special in the Galaxy.
Snippets led by about 4 lengths on Special, and Mother Duck followed by Isoma starting to wind up now. He's going to come home with a rush, Isoma. On top of the rise, and the leader is Snippets. Cook hasn't gone for him yet. Isoma getting into second place, but Snippets is going strongly halfway down the straight. Isoma making no headway, and it's all Snippets. Snippets is careering away. He's going to win the Galaxy in great style. Snippets has won by 6 lengths to Isoma. Isoma getting into second place, but Snippets is going strongly halfway down the straight. Isoma making no headway, and it's all Snippets. Snippets is careering away. He's going to win the Galaxy in great style. Snippets has won by 6 lengths to Isoma. 6 lengths to Isoma. Third very close, Magic.
He's really a thrilling sprinter, that fellow. He's won 3 Group 1 races and took his stake winnings today to past $1 million.
Snippets' Galaxy Gallop saw him join the Millionaires Club, and he goes to stud with 3 Group 1s under his belt, having captured the AJC Sires the previous Easter Monday.
The world's leading owner in 1987 also found Group 1 success down under. Orthal, Europe's most expensive yearling, was sent to Colin Hayes in the hope that the horseman could duplicate the Group 1 success he achieved with At-Talek for Hamden El Maktoum.
Six off the fence is joined by Ostensible. Orthal on the outside is coming after the pair of them as they top the rise, and they're well clear of Algonquin Club on top of the hill, and Orthal and Ostensible have come away. They're fighting it out. Orthal and Ostensible are having a ding-dong go. They got pretty close together there. Orthal is just in front. Ostensible won't give up. He's fighting back, and Algonquin Club late on the scene. Orthal and Ostensible are fighting it out. Algonquin Club trying to pick them up as they come to the line. It's a ding-dong go, I think. Orthal on the line.
Orthal cost $7.3 million as a yearling. He's the son of Shergar, and he's taken his stake winnings to $271,000, so he's got a fair way to go, but it was a good win today.
Orthal, a son of Shergar, added a second Group 1 to his 1986 Irish St Ledger success, taking out the Queen Elizabeth Stakes.
But more select field contested the All-Age Stakes 7 days later. Campaign King, having bypassed the Doncaster, was expected to win, despite the heavy track.
Into the straight now, they're all out to the centre of the track, and the big white blaze of Campaign King shows out in front on the turn over Bianco Flyer. Rajamar in third place, and then Tierra Rest, followed by Sound Horizon as they come over the rise. Campaign King is in front about a half length on Bianco Flyer. 2 lengths away, Sound Horizon on the outside, coming home hard now. On top of the rise, Campaign King the leader, but Sound Horizon's going to make a race of it. Sound Horizon coming at Campaign King. They've got it between them. Sound Horizon takes the lead. Campaign King can't find any more, and Sound Horizon is drawing away. And there's a surprise in the All-Age Stakes. Sound Horizon, runner-up in the Doncaster, wins the...
Sound Horizon is one of 4 winners from the US-placed New Horizon, a half-sister to New Zealand Oaks winner Devont.
Arnie Lodge machine of Bart Cummings and John Marshall was hot during the Sydney Autumn Carnival and looked set to add yet another cup with Queensland Oaks winner Round the World.
Round the World, and our Rationale straighten up in front. Banderol looming into third place now. And then Copper Tonic followed by Might and Semstar, but Banderol has raced to the lead. Banderol shot to the lead on top of the rise. Round the World not done with yet, though. On the outside, Round the World won't give up. She again is coming at Banderol, and she's going to make a race of it. Round the World and Banderol are fighting out a terrific struggle. Round the World, after being headed again, gets to the lead. Now it's Banderol kicking again. What a finish in the Cup. Banderol Round the World.
Takes the lead. Round the World about a half length away second, sticking on. And then Copper Tonic at the 200 metres. Round the World, she's refusing to surrender. She and Banderol, the 2 favourites. Round the World, the outside. She's coming at Banderol. She's got a head in front. Round the World and Banderol. Round the World, Banderol, stride for stride. Round the World, Banderol. Banderol! I think Banderol's won the Cup by a short half head. Round the World. Very tight. Third placing going to Equity Girl. Followed on the inside by Copper Tonic.
Fantastic finish to the Sydney Cup, and it looks like Banderol number 3 has just bobbed its head at the right time and has probably just beaten Round the World. Gallant in defeat, and third placing going to Equity Girl. So 3 of them made 80. 10 Equity Girl, $1.15. Let's go to Sydney. We'll check them later.
And still 5s on the win money back to place Beau Zam as they jump away. And Beau Zam away pretty well. That's he on the extreme outside as they turn the corner the first time, where Century City and Hit Again Ben Benny leads the way, but he's only narrowly clear. Now Beau Zam is running third, and he's away from the rails now, and he's absolutely jogging behind the lead as they come to the side of the track, where Hit Again Benny almost joined by Zamakima. 2 lengths to Beau Zam, 2 Palace Revel, double connection, Sicilian Star, Sea Epic, a stablemate of the favourite, dropping out of it. So too Century City, Mr. Bunnythorpe, and Class War will finish 100 metres away from the second last horse. Up to the bend, 550 metres to go. Marshall had a quick peep to the left side on Beau Zam, and he gradually eases the colt around Hit Again Benny and Zamakima, with Zamakima leading narrowly. But around the turn they come now, and Beau Zam quickly coasted up. He had another look, Marshall, and another, and Beau Zam 2.5 lengths. Palace Revel going to second, then Zamakima followed by Sicilian Star, but the champion colt Beau Zam will win this by a minute. Daylight second, Palace Revel is a clear second, then Sicilian Star, but by golly, this is the easiest $68,000 connections of a racehorse will ever pick up. Beau Zam wins the St Ledger about 9 lengths to Palace Revel.
And at 16 to 1 on, The bank tellers again didn't have any worries.
But Beau Zam has coasted to him on the outside, and Beau Zam shot to the lead on top of the rise with $2 million staring him in the face. Beau Zam left them standing. He's raced away 4 or 5 in front of Palace Revolt and Zama Kima, but in excess of $2 million now. Beau Zam, the history maker. He's raced 6 or 7, 8 lengths in front of Palace Revolt, and a lot more prize money coming up in the spring with the Cox Plate and possibly the Japan Cup. He won by 10 lengths, Beau Zam.
To us too, and that was Class War.
Well, there he is going to the line. What a champion he is. Number 3, Beau Zam, and I think I'd be relatively safe in saying that was a pretty easy win. To the St Ledger in Sydney, where Beau Zam, number 3, paid 55 and 50, approaching its right odds. 9 Palace Revolt.
Stalls are back and they're off and racing here. Walani on the outside jumped away well. Better Loosen Up has jumped with them with also Pugs Dancer and Multiculture. Timpanize showing good speed. 600 to go. Walani nearing the turn, about a neck in front of Timpanize on its inside. Better Loosen Up a length away, 3rd the outside, 3 then to Emerald Hackett. Then Pugs Dancer and Tricked It in the straight. They race 400 to go. And Better Loosen Up on the outside moved up with Walani. Timpanize battling on the inside, but Better Loosen Up got its head in front of Timpanize. Walani starting to struggle. They're well clear of the others. Better Loosen Up, he's pulled the whip. Timpanize back on the insides, on turns with him at 100 to go. Timpanize the inside and Better Loosen Up stride for stride. It's Timpanize just in front. Better Loosen Up ducked in, comes at him though. Better Loosen Up put his head in front and Better Loosen Up gets the money. Scores by nearly a length to Timpanize. 5 away, 3rd Walani. Number 6 the winner here. Number 6 Better Loosen Up, ridden by Ron Burgess, trained on the track by Les Theodore.
On this afternoon, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II was on hand for the running of the Queen Elizabeth Bicentennial Stakes in Canberra. It was a great race, with all eyes on the mighty New Zealander Bonecrusher up against the champion 3-year-old, Australia's first $2 million stakes winner, Beau Zam.
Betting immediately prior to the start favoured Beau Zam, the dead track working for the 3-year-old colt, the 4-to-1 on favourite.
Bonecrusher drawn the outside, racing, and Bonecrusher out wide, jumped well, as did Beau Zam and Bungarby down towards the inside. Manitota's looking for the lead. Dandy Andy and Wexford Castle is dropping out to last as they race down towards the winning post. Just over 1 circuit to go, and the leader was Manitate. Bonecrusher moves to 2nd, Bungarby 3rd, followed by Beau Zam, and the next one was Dandy Andy. They're well inside the 1,000 metre mark in the Queen Elizabeth II Bicentennial Stakes, and on the 900 metre turn, it's Manitate, a length and 3/4, Bonecrusher, 3/4 of a length off, then Bungarby. Beau Zam is 4th, followed by Wexford Castle, and 3/4 of a length, then Dandy Andy, leaving the back, racing down the side. 700 metres out, and Manitate leads a length and a half, then Bonecrusher 2nd, followed further back in the field, Beau Zam moving around the outside, over along the inside rail there, Bungarby, followed then by Dandy Andy, and Wexford Castle is ahead off last as they race up towards the turn, 500 metres out, and the leader Manitate. Bonecrusher moving up on the outside. Beau Zam moves to 3rd, followed by Dandy Andy, Bungarby and Wexford Castle. Bonecrusher race to the lead, 300 to go. Beau Zam is going out after Bonecrusher and running on well, Dandy Andy, racing down to the 200 metre mark. It's Bonecrusher the leader. Beau Zam is trying hard. They draw clear. Bonecrusher in front. Beau Zam on the outside is trying hard. Bonecrusher, Beau Zam, they go to the line. Beau Zam! Beau Zam just come up the lead. Beau Zam is going out after Bonecrusher and running on well, Dandy Andy, racing down to the 200 metre mark. It's Bonecrusher the leader. Beau Zam is trying hard. They draw clear. Bonecrusher in front. Beau Zam on the outside is trying hard. Bonecrusher, Beau Zam, they go to the line. Beau Zam! Beau Zam just come up the lead. Bonecrusher.
Beau Zam was the victor, but Bonecrusher was also the hero. The duo that have won $4 million between them gave their Royal Command performance to provide racing fit for a queen.
Our Waverley Star won from the outside. Racing, our Waverley Star came out fairly well. Finezabelle began nicely and Drought smartly away. Hot on Aces is the early leader from Ray's Sail and our Waverley Star. Sound Horizon going up into 4th place on the outside, but pushed a little bit deep. Finezabelle, a bit more speed on now, coming down the side, 650 to go. Hot on Aces, 2 in front of Finezabelle and our Waverley Star. Ray's Sail hard ridden on the inside, 1 to Sound Horizon. Then Drought, our Blarney Girl and Sprightly Native at the rear, coming onto the bend, 450 metres to go. Hot on Aces, the leader, just in front of Finezabelle and our Waverley Star in the middle. Sound Horizon running 4th, coming to the outside, and Pot the big question. Drought out 6 wide as they come around the corner. Then Then Ray Sail and Our Blarney Girl. Hot on Aces has kicked as they straighten up. Hot on Aces a length in front. Sound Horizon. He's hitting top gear. He's coming home brilliantly on the outside. He looks as though he's got them. Sound Horizon raced up to them. Went past Hot on Aces and Our Waverley Star. Sound Horizon hands and heels at the end by Tiley. And he's too strong. It's Sound Horizon first. Our Waverley Star second. Hot on Aces third. Then Drought. Finezabel weakened at the end. Our Blarney Girl.
And the trifecta, $80.10. That's the result.
All right, movement towards the centre. Campaign King just moved about. Lights are on. Racing towards the outside. Snippets began like a shot out of a gun, and Credit again is going fast. Rancho Ruler showing plenty of speed. Look at Cook go on Snippets. He's coming across the face of the field. He's going to lead them. After they go 150 metres, it's Snippets on the rails in front, leading Rancho Ruler by a length. In third place is Murabin, and then Catering King and Special together. Prince Anton is next on the outside of Tumble On. Moving up a bit wide is Campaign King. Credit again is out fairly deep. Over Dazzling Duke and Lig on Arms is last of all, about third last Franklin Drive. Snippets is going pretty easily, coming down the side, 600 metres to go. Rancho Ruler moving up a little bit closer, only a half length off him. 2 lengths away, third Catering King, and then Murabin under the whip. Special Tumble On, Prince Anton to the outside. Campaign King running on gamely to the extreme outside. Our Poetic Prince, and then Gold or Me, My Arctic Wolf, Eye of the Sky, Royal Real, Franklin Drive, and Lig on Arms. In the straight, 300 metres to go. Snippets the leader, tackled now by Rancho Ruler. Rancho Ruler coming after Snippets. Rancho Ruler grabbed the lead from Snippets. Campaign King coming out after Rancho Ruler. Rancho Ruler a length in front of Campaign King and Snippets. Rancho Ruler in front. Campaign King is running him down. Rancho Ruler and Campaign King. It's going to be tight. They hit it. Campaign King got up and beat Rancho Ruler. I think Campaign King just got there. Campaign King or Rancho Ruler with Rendu probably on arms. In the straight, 300 metres to go. Snippets the leader, tackled now by Rancho Ruler. Rancho Ruler coming after Snippets. Rancho Ruler grabbed the lead from Snippets. Campaign King coming out after Rancho Ruler. Rancho Ruler a length in front of Campaign King and Snippets. Rancho Ruler in front. Campaign King is running him down. Rancho Ruler and Campaign King. It's going to be tight. They hit it. Campaign King got up and beat Rancho Ruler.
$2 race. Campaign King getting up to win with Johnny Marshall in the saddle. Number 13, Rancho Ruler second, and number 14, Rendu third. 1, 13 and 14 the numbers. Well, that's King officially $5.90 for the win and $1.95 for the place. Second placing to 13, Rancho Ruler, $1.30. Third, 14, Rendu, $5.70.
The horse to watch has green and white quarters with yellow sleeves and cap. His name, Lord Highbrow.
Last of all, they're packing as they round pop the big question. He's after them quickly on the outside. He's tackling Hot on Aces. Bonham, he's gone. King of Brooklyn's got the split in the middle. Rajamar to the outside with Card Shark, but Lord Highbrow, he raced away from them. 200 metres to go. He looks as though he's got a winning break. He's 3 lengths in front, Lord Highbrow. Algonquin Club is coming from the clouds on the outside, but Lord Highbrow is clear, close to the wire, and Lord Highbrow scores easily. Question, he's after them quickly on the outside. He's tackling Hot on Aces. Bonham, he's gone. King of Brooklyn's got the split in the middle. Rajamar to the outside with Card Shark, but Lord Highbrow, he raced away from them. 200 metres to go. He looks as though he's got a winning break. He's 3 lengths in front, Lord Highbrow. Algonquin Club is coming from the clouds on the outside, but Lord Highbrow is clear, close to the wire, and Lord Highbrow scores easily. The line set, ready to go. Racing, Don't Play near the inside came out smartly. Ascot Lane began brilliantly, and Cook takes him straight to the lead. Silver Sierra began fast. Our Poetic Prince and Brixton Town showing plenty of speed in the centre. In fact, he's dashed up and he's gone to the lead. Planet Ruler about midfield and very wide. Brixton Town the leader, 1,300 metres out, leads by a half length on Ascot Lane. 1 to Our Poetic Prince. Allen's got him over, 1 off the rails in third spot at the moment. Silver Sierra fourth on the inside, then Judy Ann and Petrero. Over on the rails is Don't Play, followed by Come On Eileen. Planet Ruler still fairly deep. 1 to Butterfly Star fairly wide. Down the side, they've got 800 metres to go. Ascot Lane with the advantage of the inside, drives through and goes to a clear lead now. He's a length in front. Brixton Town second. Silver Sierra third, then Our Poetic Prince, Judy Ann, Planet Ruler, Petrero, Don't Play, followed by Come On Eileen, Butterfly Star, English Garden back on the rails, then Harlan Star, Mr. Dynamite and Twining. Navajo Girl is third last, then Mighty Grey and Mighty Willem last of all. Coming around the home turn, 450 metres to go. Ascot Lane the leader. York has let go now on Planet Ruler, and he dashed up to them. Judy Ann going with him. Brixton Town still there in the middle. Our Poetic Prince now pulled to the outside, then Silver Sierra. Ruler. Petrero just behind them and then Don't Play. 250 metres to go. Judy Ann just in front of Planet Ruler. Planet Ruler grabbed her. Here's her Poetic Prince coming after Planet Ruler. York gets anxious. He's gone for the whip on him. Judy Ann's kicking again on the inside. Planet Ruler in front. This is going to be a fantastic win. Planet Ruler. Planet Ruler's beaten our Poetic Prince or Judy Ann, then Silver Sierra, followed in by Petrero, then Come On Eileen, Mighty Grey, Mr. Dynamite, Brixton Town, Don't Play, Ascot Lane, English Garden.
Well, it looks like 10, 9 and 16. What a performance. Planet Ruler's now had 11 starts for 9 wins and it drew the outside barrier 22. Interim dividends on the Queensland Guineas. Planet Ruler $3.75 and $1.15. Our Poetic Prince 90 cents. Judy Ann.
Carpstead had returned to top form back in Adelaide, leading up to the Mercedes-Benz South Australian Derby, with wins against the older horses in the Birthday Cup and Rain Lover Plate, both Group 3 races. This is how he fared in the Derby.
Apollo Run looking for the run, further back in the field, then out wide a Celtic Spirit. Century Judge, Grosvenor Square couldn't win for mine, and down the outside, Terrific. Carpstead's gone to the front in the Derby. Apollo Run's the danger on the outside. They're clear of further out on the track, Celtic Spirit. Carpstead in front, trying hard, Apollo Run on the outside, Celtic Spirit, they bump, so in the centre, Apollo Run, Carpstead, Celtic Spirit, oh, what a go!
Celtic Spirit.
Carpstead in front, trying hard, Apollo Run on the outside, Celtic Spirit, they bump, so in the centre, Apollo Run, Carpstead, Celtic Spirit, oh, what a go! Of Terrific, Century Judge, further back, Council in front.
Well, what a great finish. You couldn't ask for anything more. It's a photo between 2, 9 and 3, and Bruce, how would you like to be calling that?
Fantastic finish, Danny, and Celtic Spirit looks like he's got it on the outside for Chris Barrett, and it'll be a great thing if it has, because Chrissy hasn't had the best of runs in the last couple of years. Carpstead was a magnificent performance because he pulled his head off early. He fought with Jim Courtney all the way, so it's Courtney on the inside.
30 and 175, correct weight is there, all clear to pay. Carpstead 75.
Is bred on the famed Nasrallah Prince Quillo Cross.
Over the years, Noble Bijou has sired 37 stakes winners, including AJC Oaks winner Al Sophia, 1,000 Guineas winner Powley, Alibi, Prince Majestic, LA Bijou and Mr. Lamondi. But none achieve their status with this sort of ease.
On the turn, and 'tis the season, joined now by Lady Liberty. They're clear of down the outside voltage, further back Palace Revolt, wider out Fire Twig, and out deeper on the track Voodoo Blues closer to the rails, then Faithful Thought and Embassy Jazz, but our Lady Liberty, she's careered away, she dashed 5 or 6 in front, she kills them. Lady Liberty, a very easy win in the South Australian Oaks.
Lady Liberty thoroughly deserved her success.
We've seen Lord Reims win the Caulfield Cup. This is how he chased his second straight West End Adelaide Cup.
Still there, Rising Fear feeling the pinch, and Lord Reims is about to pounce. Back in behind those then came on the rail, trying to get up on the inside Fayette County. Enchanteur struggling a bit, then Fox Hill winding up, but on the swing, and the leader Superior Way, but Lord Reims grabbed him in a twinkling. Lord Reims bounced on the lead at the 400-metre mark and took over. Got a half in front of Superior Way. Fox Hill, the old fellow's coming home. And then further back on the outside, Sasha Bijou and Argonaut style, but Lord Reims has speared away with 200 to go. He's well clear of old Fox Hill, who's going to run a big race again over the 2 miles, but Lord Reims, the best bet of the day, is going to bolt in. Lord Reims, he'll win by 6 lengths. Fox Hill will get second. The Bonnie Rostov mare Saratov got third.
The top weight and favourite, Lord Reims, started at 11 to 8. The Grand Old Campaigner Fox Hill, second at 8s, with Saratov sneaking in for third at 60 to 1.
When Lord Reims won his first Adelaide Cup, the star was New Zealand jockey Murray Linden. But this time, he shared centre stage with no one.
Good he is, Zeditave. Ready to jump. Racing now, off to a pretty good start. Paris Weekend began quickly, and Zeditave came out running. He's going up in search of the lead in the early part with Bold Goddess. Ordale big last of all. The big two come to the bend. 400 metres to go. Paris Weekend just in front of Zeditave. They've kicked away their 2 in front of Superior Rank, who went a little bit wide on the turn. Over in 4th spot on the rails is Bold Goddess. 250 metres to go. Zeditave moved up on the outside. Hall said, let's go, big fudder. He's raced to the front. Zeditave booted about a length clear of Paris Weekend. They're 10 lengths in front of Bold Goddess. But this is a canter for Zeditave. Zeditave, he's loafing at the end. He slaps him up, puts his mind on the job, and he wins it by a length and a half. Paris Weekend second, 10 lengths away third, Bold Goddess. Followed in by Very Particular, Come On Fred, and then...
And 55 cents for the place. Second number 18, Paris Weekend, 50 cents. Third number 14.
Racing off to a great start. Society Bay out wide began very quickly. Lord Penn stumbled shortly after the start, dropped out last with My Blue Kingdom. Mirabin's going fast, takes the lead. Mirabin in front of Cool Report and Society Bay. Up nice. Mirabin just in front of Society Bay. On the outside, My Arctic Wolf, Cool Report behind them. Our Poetic Prince is now pulled to the outside, and then bit of a lark. Lots of rule and Swift Cheval. They've got 250 metres to go. Society Bay dashed up, hit the lead. Cool Report coming after Society Bay, and our Poetic Prince, he's hitting top gear on the outside. He's after them. Cool Report sprinted to the lead. He booted away from them. Cool Report, and he's got them. Cool Report first. Cool Report beat our Poetic Prince and Society Bay, and all Regal Affair, a slashing run for fourth. The next one home was Isoma, and then Mirabin, who went.
Paid $4.20 and $1.35. Our Poetic Prince second, 80. And if ever I've seen a coming winner, there's one.
Gates, he'll try and break his maiden status. He's drawn the outside, and they should all be set to go. $2.45 Campaign King, $2 Planet Ruler. Wayne Wilson will have shortly. The picture just dropped away. Planet Ruler going for 11 wins on end. He's had 12 starts for 10 wins, $106,000 in prize money. He's the favourite. Campaign King will become the richest sprinter ever in the Australasian shores. They're all set. Here's Wayne Wilson for the elders of 88.
Stand by for a start. They're racing. Off to a great start. Mr. Bourbon Boy dropping back with some charm in the early part. Planet Ruler began quickly. He's third after they go 100 metres or so. Rancho Ruler and Mirabin both showing blistering speed from the outside, with Mirabin going to the lead in the early part. Mirabin is the leader. Miss Muffet is up nice and handy. She's second, and Planet Ruler beautifully placed third. Foamy Ocean is fourth on the inside, surprisingly showing plenty of dash. Foamy Ocean, followed by Rendu and Cameronic in trouble early. Rancho Ruler fairly deep. Mary Ruler next on the inside. Jet Fighter Campaign King is midfield at the moment. A length further back then to Beau Zam, followed by Isoma and our Poetic Prince, who's wide on the track. Dancing Poet in between horses. Sir Stacey's a long way back with Mr. Bourbon Boy, Eye of the Sky, and Some Charmers last of all. The big field thunders over the crossing, 600 metres out. Mirabin's the leader. Planet Ruler is sitting pretty second on the outside. Wonder Black Charleston. Foamy Ocean over on the inside. Rancho Ruler back behind a wall of horses. Alps is just in front of him. They flatten for the run in, 400 metres out. York Pop's in the big question. There's one down. Rendu's fallen. Planet Ruler hit the lead, 300 metres out. Foamy Ocean after him, and here comes Campaign King right down the outside. Our Poetic Prince is flashing home as well. York's gone for the whip on Planet Ruler. The King's got him. Campaign King dashed up on the outside, took the lead from Planet Ruler, and Campaign King, one of the greatest horses we've ever seen. He's racing away to score easily. What a win. York Pop's in the big question. There's one down. Rendu's fallen. Planet Ruler hit the lead, 300 metres out. Foamy Ocean after him, and here comes Campaign King right down the outside. Our Poetic Prince is flashing home as well. York's gone for the whip on Planet Ruler. The King's got him. Campaign King dashed up on the outside, took the lead from Planet Ruler, and Campaign King, one of the greatest horses we've ever seen. He's racing away to score easily. What a win.
Campaign King,
I think. Planet Ruler third, then our Poetic Prince and Mr. Bourbon Boy, followed in by Sir Stacey, Foamy Ocean, and then Eye of the Sky. Mary Ruler, the next one home.
The trifecta now. Campaign King 250 and 110. Rancho Ruler 175. Planet Ruler 90.
And they'll be running over 2,400 metres.
Began a little slowly. Rajamar began nicely, and Sinclair is going to take up the running in the early stages. Colour Page handy. Card Shark is running about fourth. Lord Highbrow out a little bit wide. Isabel drops out to the rear. Down the side, 850 metres out, Sinclair one in front. Here's the first one to make a move. It's Cassidy on Colour Page, and he dashes him up on the outside, and Colour Page joins Sinclair in the lead. Rajamar still a length and a half away third, followed then by Lord Highbrow, two to Card Shark, Fox Seal, Finezabelle, and Tilbury Docks last of all, coming around the home turn, 450 metres out. Sinclair, she's kicked again on the inside. She's a neck clear of Colour Page as they flatten for the run-in. Rajamar looking for the way. Claire Thompson trying to work him into the middle there, followed by Lord Highbrow and Card Shark winding up on the outside. Colour Page is the first beaten. Sinclair is kicked again. Lord Highbrow coming after Sinclair. Card Shark on the outside trying hard to reach them, and then Rajamar. Lord Highbrow, he dashed up. He's hit the lead from Sinclair, and Lord Highbrow is starting to spear away the last little bit. He's coming away from them, and he's going to win it easily. Lord Highbrow first. second. Card Shark tight for third. Colour Page, he's battled on okay in the last 100 metres or so, and he's in a photo with Rajamar and Sinclair.
Lord Highbrow 2:30 and 70 in the O'Shea Stakes in Brisbane. Card Shark 105.
2 days before the Brisbane Cup, Lord Highbrow won the O'Shea Stakes. This is how he won the Cup.
Last, they come around the home turn, 400 metres out. Super Seal straightens up a length in front of Finezabelle. She's popped the big question. She's joining in quickly on the outside, and here comes Lord Highbrow. Look at him go. As he snuck a look over the shoulder, Moses. He's a length in front of Finezabelle. Round the world, struggling to go with Lord Highbrow. Oh, he hasn't released the brakes on Lord Highbrow as yet, and he bolted away from them, and he's killing them in the Cup. It's Lord Highbrow racing right on with the job. Pecura Boy's going to get second. Round the world will be third.
We've already mentioned the...
In front of Finezabelle. She's popped the big question. She's joining in quickly on the outside, and here comes Lord Highbrow. Look at him go. As he snuck a look over the shoulder, Moses. He's a length in front of Finezabelle. Round the world, struggling to go with Lord Highbrow. Oh, he hasn't released the brakes on Lord Highbrow as yet, and he bolted away from them, and he's killing them in the Cup. It's Lord Highbrow racing right on with the job. Pecura Boy's going to get second. Round the world will be third.
We've already
7-4 favourite Lord Highbrow, one of the big chances now for the Melbourne Cup.
mentioned who bred Beau Zam. Lord Highbrow has blossomed into a high-class stayer with strong Melbourne Cup claims.
In the Channel 9 Stakes, formerly the Castlemaine, were affected by the abandonment. But Zeditave proved his fitness by winning just 2 days earlier.
Yarra Bay is a long way back as they come around the home turn, 400 metres out. McGetty's Crown taken on by Paris Weekend and Zeditave. Hall's pulled into the outside. He's popped the big question. There's one down. Datum Point has fallen. Datum Point down at the 250. Zeditave dashed up and hit the lead. Here comes the bolter. Aces and Kings. Aces and Kings is flying on the outside. He's after Zeditave. Hall pulls a whip on Zeditave. He's fighting on Zeditave. He's a real champ. Aces and Kings can't get him. Zeditave goes away from him again at the end.
As with Flotilla,
pulled into the outside, he's popped the big question. There's one down. Datum Point has fallen. Datum Point down at the 250. Zeditave dashed up and hit the lead. Here comes the bolter. Aces and Kings. Aces and Kings is flying on the outside. He's after Zeditave. Hall pulls a whip on Zeditave. He's fighting on Zeditave. He's a real champ. Aces and Kings can't get him. Zeditave goes away from him again at the end.
As with Flotilla 12 months earlier, the Channel 9 Stakes made Zeditave the only dual Group 1 winning 2-year-old of his year. And like Flotilla, he won with top weight, conceding from 2.5 to 7.5 kilograms to his 17 rivals.
He's a great horse. He's had 9 starts for 8 wins, and maybe he is the 2-year-old of the year. He's won 620,000. Star Watch, of course, the other great 2-year-old, winning the Golden Slipper Stakes. So that...
My Blue Kingdom stands up well. Out. Fort Dennis on the inside, Western Ace the outside. They're the joint leaders. Lord Penn a length and a half away third, and then Jet Fighter and High Signal, Tavros, Bank Coin, Triab. My Blue Kingdom up on the outside of Robbie and Steele, and Biscay Prince last of all. 6 lengths covering the field as they thunder around the corner. Western Ace the outside, Fort Dennis on the inside, about to be joined by Jet Fighter. Triab on the extreme outside, coming into it with a big run. Where's My Blue Kingdom? Here he is. He's coming to the outside. York starting to wind him up, and look at him go. He's joining those leaders quickly. He grabbed them. My Blue Kingdom swept to the lead with 100 metres to go. Robbie and Steele making ground late. My Blue Kingdom in front. Robbie and Steele flying. Robbie and Steele's going to get him. They hit it. Robbie and Steele came from an impossible position to beat My Blue Kingdom. Robbie and Steele first.
Well, that looked as though it was home and hosed My Blue Kingdom, but Robbie and Steele has come down the outside with a wet sail and got up and grabbed it right on the line to beat My Blue Kingdom. Winner Robbie and Steele paid $7.10 for the win and $2.20 for the place. My Blue Kingdom was second, 70 cents. Rose Hill.
Got the best of it. Selvita began well on the outside, and as they come into view now, Commander takes up the running from Selvita, and Natsky got into stride nicely. Jim Biscuit's over on the inside. Under by 3/4 of a length on Selvita. They were followed by Eagle Mountain 3 deep. Natsky is lobbing along on the fence. Play David is camped just behind Natsky. Hull is following Natsky wherever it goes, and now he's put him in a pocket. 2 to Miss Goodman and 3/4 to Jim Biscuit at the rear at the 600. Commander is the leader from Selvita. Eagle Mountain 3 wide. Behind them on the fence, waiting for the run, Natsky. This is going to make Play David go 4 deep, followed by Jim Biscuit, and the last one is Miss Goodman on the bend now, and Eagle Mountain upsides, tackling Commander for the lead. Natsky's got the inside run. Play David's under the whip, and further back was Miss Goodman. Jim Biscuit's running on, but Natsky is strode to the lead from Commander. Eagle Mountain under the whip. Jim Biscuit's battling on hard on the inside from Play David, but Natsky has bounded away. Commander, Jim Biscuit Biscuit on the outside. Eagle Mountain are going to fight out the minors with Play David, but it's all Natsky, and the good thing of the day is going to win. Natsky bolts in. Natsky scores by 6 or 7 lengths. Second, Jim Bisque. Third was Commander. They were followed by Eagle Mountain. The next one home, Play David. A long break, battling on hard on the inside from Play David, but Natsky has bounded away. Commander, Jim Biscuit on the outside. Eagle Mountain are going to fight out the minors with Play David, but it's all Natsky, and the good thing of the day is going to win. Natsky bolts in. Natsky scores by 6 or 7 lengths. Second, Jim Bisque. Third was Commander. They were followed by Eagle Mountain. The next one home, Play David. A long break.